Sports coverage of high school hoops is brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Bank of Louisiana, Calumet of Missouri, Eolia Landscaping Supply, Hankey Construction, Bowling Green Chevrolet, the Bib Beach Funeral Homes LLC, and Collier Funeral Home, Cellular and Satellite Center, Bowling Green Tractor, Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Community State Bank of Missouri, Kathy Clean, J&D Tire and Auto, Meyer Implement Company, County Market in Louisiana, Craig's Truck and Tractor Service, River Electric Cooperative, the Bowling Green Insurance Agency, Family Drug in Louisiana, the Bowling Green Pharmacy and Hearing Aid Center, by Ingram Plumbing, the Airy Back Life Team, Liggins Flooring, Old Tops Pawn Shop, Midwest Pest Professionals, Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice, by State Farm Insurance Agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, Outlaw Lawn and Landscaping, Pam Todd Watts Realty, People's Bank and Trust, Perkins Electrical Service, Young Enterprises Incorporated, All Parts in Louisiana, Pike County Mutual Insurance, B&B Automotive, Spring Hollow Coffee, the Mercantile Bank of Louisiana, Mike's Tire Service, by Pike County Memorial Hospital, and by Vicky Cadwallader Real Estate. Now, KJFM Radio presents coverage of high school basketball on your area sports leader, Eagle 102.
Boy, we've got a great one tonight for you. A rematch of the Bowling Green tournament coming up a little bit later on as Bowling Green and Van Far do battle a rematch of that third place game. But first, the ladies, they didn't meet in the Bowling Green tournament, but Van Far looked like they made a stride forward. They started really strong in the semifinal before fading down the stretch. And then, of course, Bowling Green made it all the way to the tournament championship last week, falling to Clopton.
Yeah, Van Far got to the consolation game and played Salix a close game, and that fell in the consolation game, but maybe has things going a little bit in the right direction for the Lady Bobcats. Will it be the first half of the championship game, Lady Bobcats, tonight, or the second half?
Yet to be seen. We'll talk more about it as we start the pregame show next on Eagle 102.
Hi, this is John. I'm one of the pharmacists you see at Bowling Green Pharmacy. We're right here with personal and prompt service, giving you the answers about your medications. You are always welcome to come in and just say hi. The right people, the right service, right downtown. Bowling Green Pharmacy on the square in Bowling Green.
Happy tastes good at Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen of Vandalia invites you to stop in and enjoy the blizzard of the month, the all-new Heath Caramel Brownie Blizzard. Or get a delicious salad, sandwich, combo, or basket. And remember, breakfast is served daily. Vandalia Dairy Queen, 810 West Highway 54. Delicious food, sweet treats, self-serve ice cream, and more. Taste 75 years of treat perfection. Dairy Queen in Vandalia, where happy tastes good.
McCoy Blossom Funeral Homes and Crematory is a 100% family-owned and operated business with locations in Troy, Hawk Point, and coming soon to Bowling Green, with groundbreaking coming this February. Jim and Mary Blossom, along with daughters Lisa Blossom Payne and Sarah Blossom Horn, offer full-service funeral services with the only crematory in Pike and Lincoln County. There to help when you need them. McCoy Blossom Funeral Homes and Crematory. Visit online at mccoyblossomfh.com.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Mark Froelich, Jim Ross here at Van Far tonight. An EMO battle between Bowling Green and the Van Far Indians and Lady Indians. We'll start it off with the ladies and then have the guys a little bit later tonight. But before we get too deep into things, just want to take a moment to recognize a great Bowling Green fan that we lost today, David Hurd, class of 55 from Bowling Green. He was always at the games, and of course, if you ever went into IGA, you know David, but he passed away today, and just want to, take a minute to recognize, because for a long time I couldn't even go on the air before I shook his hand and said hello to David, and just always a presence at Bowling Green, and always had a kind word even for the opposition.
Big-time basketball fan. he worked at Don's IGA when I lived in Bowling Green, and I was officiating the majority of my high school games. And not a day went by that I went into Don's IGA that he didn't stop me, want to know where I'd been, who I'd seen, who was good this year, on down the line as a true basketball fan does. And then, of course, after his retirement, he was at center court every time I was ever in the Bowling Green gym, I think. And so, yeah, he'll be truly missed.
And, to see the respect that the kids had for him, even the guys a couple of years ago had the warm-ups with his name on them, Hurd.
Right.
So, it was a mutual love, I think, between Bowling Green and Mr. Hurd, and he will be missed.
And for a period of time, there were quite a few teams around the area that had that 1 or 2 or 3 senior citizen fans that were there every night, sat at center court, got a relationship or created a late relationship with the players over time. And, of course, that was David Hurd for the Bowling Green Bobcats.
All right, let's talk about this one a little bit. We mentioned that Bowling Green made it to the championship game last week at their home tournament, ultimately falling to Clopton. But for 2 quarters, it was a pretty close game.
In fact, they were ahead by 1 at half, if I remember right. And the question was, would they be able to sustain that in the second half? And they did not. Clopton came out and handled things in the second half. By the same token, Van Far and Silix, they had a pretty close game throughout. Silix hit a bunch of threes early in that game, and Van Far got behind. But they came back and made a game of it. I want to say they finished 48-43 or something to that effect.
And actually held a lead there in the second half.
Right, and so some positive things happened for the Lady Indians. And an interesting stat about this matchup is the state website only goes back, I want to say 2010 or something to that effect. Bowling Green's won 17 in a row.
Wow.
In this matchup. And I would have never dreamt that because Bowling Green's had some good teams over the years, but Van Far's been pretty salty a time or two throughout those years as well. But, yeah, 17-0 over the last 17 matchups in this rivalry. Van Far comes into tonight's game with a record of 3-12. Bowling Green's 7-11. And so both teams trying to fight their way towards 500 before districts.
And, Van Far went from the Bowling Green alum, Kelly Borchert, coaching last year. She's moved up to the AD's chair, so now they have the former Bowling Green coach, Heather Minter, guiding the ship this year.
They are. Heather's got a lot of energy. Pretty animated on the sidelines, which is entertaining for us to watch at times. And that energy eventually will filter down into the players. Interestingly enough, they only have 8 girls dressed tonight, so they'll have to watch their P's and Q's when it comes to foul issues in this ball game, or they could find themselves in a bit of trouble.
8? That's a lot this year for Van Far. Everyone seems really healthy and ready to play tonight. I know they have a couple of key pieces out with knee injuries. We'll talk more about that as we move along to our keys to the game, which are next on Eagle 102.
It's the new year and a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Hi, this is John. I'm one of the pharmacists you see at Bowling Green Pharmacy. We're right here with personal and prompt service, giving you the answers about your medications. You are always welcome to come in and just say hi. The right people, the right service, right downtown. Bowling Green Pharmacy on the square in Bowling Green.
Betty Davis Insurance in Vandalia is an independent insurance agency. They represent multiple companies to find you the best coverage to fit your budget. Betty Davis Insurance provides auto, homeowner, business, and commercial insurance, as well as health and life. If you need insurance, you need to get a competitive quote today. They have a quote with your name on it. Better service, better coverage, better price. Betty Davis Insurance Agency, 100 North Main, Vandalia.
The Eagle 102 keys to the game.
Getting ready for Bowling Green at Van Far, and Jim Ross, I think Van Far needs to take care of the ball. They can't, let their passes be a little lackluster tonight because Gracie Dieters and the rest of the Bowling Green guards are pretty quick, and very quickly that ball can be going the other direction.
Well, yeah, and they had a hard time or difficult time getting into their offense at certain points, particularly on Saturday night in the game that we or Friday night in the game that we carried, and if they get pressure from the Bowling Green guards and they're able to get them out of their offensive flow, it'll make things challenging for Van Far. On the Bowling Green side, it's been their challenge all year. They got to make baskets. Who's going to make baskets for them? Will it be Kinley Charles and will it be Gracie Dieters? Who's it going to be tonight? They need somebody to step up and take charge on that Bowling Green Ball Club.
Yeah, they seem to be streaky at times, but in the Bowling Green tournament, I thought Kinley Charlton really started playing to her potential.
She did. She played well in the championship game as well, and they get their energy, it seems to me, from Dieters. Madeline Norton has been a threat from the outside off and on this year. I know she had a good game or two in the Bowling Green tournament as well. So the pieces are there if they can just get them all put together in a cohesive unit and all play well at the same time.
I don't know if she's going to see a whole lot of pressure tonight, but that's been Madeline Norton's Achilles heel, is when she is pressured, she tends to shove that arm out and has drawn a lot of offensive fouls this year.
The other thing, yeah, that's exactly right. The other thing is this is a hard gym. This is not a shooter's gym at all. It's one of the smaller, if you throw out playing in the middle school gyms in a couple of the tournaments around, you throw those gyms out the window. This is one of the smaller gyms in the East Missouri Conference that they play in, and it's got close backgrounds and depths of field, and it's a tough I'm speaking from experience. I couldn't throw it in the ocean from the boat in this gym.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was just a tough place to shoot back in the day. So the team coming in that only plays here once a year, it's a little bit of a challenge for them to get acclimated to the friendly confines, if you will. And so that'll be an advantage for Van Far, particularly early on in these games.
We don't see many stages.
We don't
for varsity games.
Yeah, we were actually talking about this at work today. How many gyms are there now still that in the varsity gym that have stages?
Well, in the EMO, we got this one. We've got Wellsville, Montgomery, Ellsbury.
Yeah,
and I think that's it.
I think that's right
as far as varsity goes.
But I had it in my brain that there were quite a few new gyms around. But when we were discussing it today, this gym was I played in it. We played at Silex. We played at Montgomery. We played at Wellsville. We played at Wright City. So really, there aren't as many new gyms as you might think. There are some new ones, and there are some nice ones. And we'll see one of them in districts when we go down to Winfield in 3A district. But still a lot of the old nostalgia around the East Missouri Conference.
We'll take a look at our starting lineups after this on Eagle 102.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life. Community State Bank is committed to meeting or exceeding customer expectations and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
It's the Polaris New Year's sales event going on now at Hayden's Motorsports Center in Frankfort. Here's to you, the intrepid explorers, driven doers, and off-road adrenaline addicts. Thanks for making Polaris America's best-selling off-road brand. They're celebrating with low financing and savings up to $3,500 during the big Polaris New Year's sales event at Hayden's Motorsports Center in Frankfort. Offers valid in the United States through 2/29/20 on new 2016 through 2020 vehicles. Subject to credit approval. Offers vary by model. See dealers for details. Always wear a helmet. Never drink and ride.
Hi, this is John. I'm one of the pharmacists you see at Bowling Green Pharmacy. We're right here with personal and prompt service, giving you the answers about your medications. You are always welcome to come in and just say hi. The right people, the right service, right downtown. Bowling Green Pharmacy on the square in Bowling Green.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are brought to you by Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy.
And we'll start with the visitors, the Bowling Green Lady Cats. They're coached by Craig Smith. They'll start a 6-foot sophomore, number 12, Grace Twellman. A senior at 6 foot, number 22, Kinley Charlton gets a start tonight. A 5'11 senior, number 25, Morgan Billings. 6 foot senior, number 32, Liv Niemeyer. And a 5'11 freshman, number 33, Gracie Dieters gets a start tonight. Again, it's Twellman, Charlton, Billings, Niemeyer, and Dieters. And we'll have the other starters after our national anthem. All right, Jim Ross, I think that's a first, actually, and I'm surprised it took this long. Playing the anthem off a phone, got a message in the middle of it.
I thought I heard a little Canaido go off in the middle of that thing.
Again, the starters for Bowling Green, Twellman, Charlton, Billings, Niemeyer, and Dieters. For Van Far, they're coached by Heather Minter, and they'll start number 5, a 5'11 senior, Aubrey Bungie. Number 3 gets a start tonight, a freshman, Annalyn Coel. Number 10, she's a sophomore, number 10, Devin Keller. Number 12 gets a start tonight, a 5'5 freshman, Madeline Caldwell. And they'll round out the starting 5 with a 5'3 junior, number 24, Hannah Conaway. So again, it is Coel, Bungie, Keller, Caldwell, and Conaway for the Van Far Lady Indians.
So a little different look for the Lady Indians tonight. We said in the pregame they come in to the game with a record of 3-12. Bowling Green at 7-11. Bowling Green in their road black jerseys with white numbers, red trim with Bowling Green written on the front of it. Indians in their home whites with black numbers and yellow trim. And it says Lady Indians on their front, and they'll move from our left to our right. We are on the stage here at Van Far, across from the bleachers, right by the benches, so we'll get to hear a lot of action in these games. And Van Far controls the opening tip, and Keller goes in and shoots and scores right out of the gate. Van Far on the scoreboard, leading it 2-0. Happened so fast, I almost missed it all. They get it inside to Charlton, do the Cats. That's off the mark, no good. She gets her own rebound. A second put back won't go. Bowling Green with another rebound. Billings, they'll kick it outside the front to Niemeyer, and her 3-ball is good. Liv Niemeyer with the first three-pointer of the night, and Bowling Green takes their first lead at 3-2. Keller into the paint. She'll pull up and shoot it from 8. She's just a freshman, or check that, she's a sophomore. It's off the mark. Bowling Green with the rebound. Dieters up quickly to Twellman on the right wing. Gets it into the post area. That's Niemeyer. Her shot's off the mark. We've got a whistle and out of bounds off of Van Far. We played about a minute, 54 seconds to be exact. And the Cats have it. Have the key to Dieters. Man-to-man for Van Far. They get it in the post area, and Niemeyer kicks it back out. It's wide of Dieters and goes in the backcourt. And we'll have our first turnover of the game on the Bobcats.
Liv Niemeyer with a three-pointer. That doesn't even sound right.
It
That's
doesn't.
Way out of position for her.
Officiating crews out of Northeast Missouri. I know two of them. I don't know the third one. I've seen him around, but I don't know his name. Fellows that everybody's familiar with, though. And it'll be a good, well-officiated game, I would expect. Looks like Bowling Green's going to play a little sagging man-to-man. 3 balls on the way from the front of the key from Caldwell. It's short. Bowling Green with the rebound. Dieters gets it down low to Charlton. Her shot's off the mark. And it goes out of bounds off of Charlton. Actually, they're going to call a foul, rebounding foul on Charlton. That'll be her first. She had the ball on the block, needed to take a little time and gather. And she'd have had a chance to shoot it in, but unsuccessful. Back come the Lady Indians against the full court pressure. Keller running the offense. She'll cross it over and try to get it into the paint. It goes off her foot, out of bounds, back to Bowling Green.
6:16 to go in the opening quarter. 3-2, Bowling Green leads.
First turnover of the game for Van Far. And they'll press full court man. Not a heavy press, but they'll slow the Cats down a little bit as they work it into the front court now. Dieters into the paint. Shoots it from 8, rings out, no good. Charlton with the rebound. She can't get it to go. Billings grabs the rebound. Back to Niemeyer from 15, up and good. Liv Niemeyer 5, Van Far 2. Talked about somebody needing to step up. Maybe it's going to be Liv Niemeyer tonight for Bowling Green. 3-pointer on the way from Caldwell. It's money from the right wing. And we're tied at 5. Dieters up the far sideline now for Bowling Green. Nobody stopped the ball yet, but she'll reverse field and reset it to Twellman. Twellman sets it, gives it back to Dieters. Womack at the score table. She'll check in at the next dead ball for Bowling Green. Twellman to Charlton on the left wing. She'll put it on the floor with the left hand, goes to the block, stops, tries to kick it out front to Dieters. She'll catch it and fire from 3. It's off the mark, no good. Rebounds loose on the floor. We're going to have a tie-up. 2 or 3 players in there, and on the jump ball, Bowling Green will maintain possession.
Niemeyer's everywhere tonight.
Charlton will take a seat. Womack will have her first minutes of the night. She's a freshman. And Bowling Green will trigger it in right side of the basket in the paint. They get it into Womack, now to Billings, and she throws it out to Dieters, and it goes through her hands. She'll track it down at the center court stripe and reset things with just under 5 minutes. Womack into the paint now to the head of the key to Niemeyer. She's going to shoot another 3. That one's an air ball. Back to Van Far. 5-5 our score.
I love sitting here because you can hear the coaching going on.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned. We're going to see a lot of excitement as this game wears on. Into the free throw line, shot no good by Conaway, but the rebounds to Van Far, and that is Aubrey Bungie, and she'll be fouled on the putback shot.
But Coach Craig Smith didn't quite like what he saw from Kinley Charlton's shot, so he brought her over, gave her a break, and took a quick minute to adjust what she's doing down low.
Nice teaching moment there, huh? And back in comes Charlton. Niemeyer will take a seat now off the bench for the first time. Madeline Norton and also Briley Sparks. So wholesale substitutions for Bowling Green. Bungie will get a second free throw. I think you said she was a senior, didn't you, Bungie? Back of the rim free throws, no good. So she's 0 for 2.
Yes, she is.
And Bowling Green with the rebound. Back into their offense. Norton to Dieters. Back to Norton in the paint. She loses the handle, turns it over. Stolen by Van Far. Keller in the front court. Right wing now to Conaway. To Keller. Keller dribbles to the right wing. Still has the dribble. Across the front of the key. Now back to Caldwell. They play a little pitch and catch in the high post now to Bungie. Her shot's partially blocked, and it's saved in bounds by Sparks, and Bowling Green will maintain possession. Nope, they're going to say Dieters dribbled it off her foot and gives it back to Van Far. Third turnover of the game for the Bobcats. And Van Far will throw it in right here below us. Keller gets it to Bungie. She'll shoot it from the short corner. It's up and good. Aubrey Bungie with her first bucket. And Van Far retakes the lead at 7-5. Norton will walk it across the timeline now for Bowling Green. Right wing to Sparks. Back to Norton. She'll get it down low to Womack. Her shot's up and good. That was a good looking drawn up play by Bowling Green. Nice ball movement and a high-low move for Womack's layup. Back comes Keller for Van Far, and it's going to go off of her hand and out of bounds. Kind of an unforced error that time by Keller. And Bowling Green will get it back. Tied at 7, 3:30 to play here in the first.
Like the start for Van Far. They've come out with good energy.
They have. Defensively, they're playing fairly nicely, too. As I say that, Dieters gets it on a little wheel route and scores the layup. It's an interesting offense. We saw somebody else running that the other night, Winfield, I believe, boys. And that one worked to perfection. Keller with a running one-hander, up and good. That one from about 15, like she was going to shoot a layup, and it dropped, a big teardrop, and we're tied at 9. Now the ball's thrown away by Bowling Green, stolen by Caldwell. She'll take it into the front court, now to Conaway. Conaway, right wing to Keller. Keller on the dribble into the corner, still has her dribble. Now to the free throw line to the elbow, and we've got a whistle and a 5-second violation on Keller. Yeah, the players are stopping here like we're going to check them in.
I'll let them go.
We can check them in. It's not going to do them much good, though. As it's Billings and Twellman return for Bowling Green. We're tied at 9. Twellman on the right wing now on a pick and roll with Charlton. Takes it into the paint. Her little finger roll layups up and good. Grace Twellman with the first bucket of the night, and it's a 11-9 lead for Bowling Green. Conaway back into the front court. Gets it to Colwell. To Conaway on a pick and roll, nothing doing there. She'll get it to Keller. She'll dribble left elbow into the paint, kicks it into short corner, and we've got a travel. Colwell shuffled her feet. Fourth turnover will give it back to Bowling Green. 2:02 to play in the first. Biggest lead by either team has been 2. Bowling Green leads at 11-9 as we speak. Billings outside the arc to Charlton, left wing to Norton. Inside now to Womack. Her shot's up and good. Little backdoor pick. Womack popped out the near side block, made the catch and scored the layup. And it's 13-9. Bowling Green running a nice pattern offense. Three-pointer on the way by Keller. It's short, no good. Charlton with the rebound for Bowling Green. She'll get it off to Norton. She'll push the pace. She's going to take it to the glass, up off the glass, and good. Another one of those runners. We've talked about that all year. We see people shoot layup-looking shots with teardrops and runners from 10 and 15 feet like nothing I've ever seen. But that was good. Now a 3-ball on the way by Caldwell, and she makes it her second 3. And that cuts the lead down to 3 at 15-12. We're under a minute to play. Norton gets it down low to Womack. She makes the catch, and she'll score another one from point-blank range. Kaylin Womack, she's got 6, and it's back to 17-12, Bowling Green. Keller in the front court to Conaway. She'll shoot the 3 right wing. That's good. Conaway with the 3, the third 3 of the night for Van Far, and it's back to 17-15, down to 30 seconds to play in the quarter. Twellman to Billings, left wing now to Charlton. Charlton to Twellman, now to Norton, down to 24 seconds. To Twellman, to Billings, right wing. They'll lob it inside to Twellman in the paint. She loses the handle, pops into Norton's hands. Right wing to Billings. She penetrates, kicks it to Norton. Norton will penetrate in. Her shot's up off the front of him, no good. Womack with the rebound. Her putback's no good, and we've got a loose ball. It's going to go off of Bowling Green, back to Van Far. 3 seconds to play in the quarter.
Line change almost for Bowling Green.
Niemeyer returned, as did Dieters. Inbounds pass deflected by Bowling Green, and that'll do it for the first quarter. Dieters saves it inbounds, but they couldn't do anything with it. The Bowling Green Bobcats 17, Van Far Lady Indians 15. Just the high school game of the week on Eagle 102.
Compare the bottom line, and you'll find shocking everyday low prices at County Market in Vandalia. Never pay more than you need to. Get the best weekly specials every time you visit. Check out their wonderful deli department and let the friendly staff help with any questions you may have. From steak to seafood and everything in between, selections are plentiful in every aisle. Enjoy your shopping experience when you visit them. County Market, Highway 54 West, Vandalia.
Award-winning quality meats with 100% satisfaction guaranteed is what you'll find at Wood Smoked Meats in Bowling Green. Wood Smoked Meats is your freezer's best friend. Stock it with delicious bacon, ham, brats, steak, sausage, ribs, roast, and all your favorite meats. Premium quality, outstanding taste, great value, plus friendly, fast service. Wood Smoked Meats, Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green. Or visit online at woodsmokedmeats.com. Wood Smoked Meats, where gift certificates are available also.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Van Far will have it as we start the second quarter. They trail by 2, 17-15. Keller on the dribble into the paint, loses the handles, and we're going to have a jump ball, and that'll go back to Bowling Green. See if we can check the lineups for you. Aiden Brown in the game for her first minutes for Van Far. Conaway, Keller, Caldwell, and Bungie. For Bowling Green, it's Norton, Dieters, Billings, Womack, and Niemeyer as the ball's deflected and thrown away. Back comes Van Far on the break. Conaway up. Her shot won't go. Rebounds loose. Keller. Check that. Conaway gets it back to Keller in the left corner from 16. No good. Rebounds batted around and it goes into Dieter's hands. She'll take the length of the floor and it's short. No good. And Van Far with the rebound. That was Aiden Brown with the rebound. We have a foul now in the backcourt. That'll be on Norton, I believe. Her first.
Team's third here in the first half.
No team fouls yet on Van Far. 17-15 our scorers. Charlton will check in at the next dead ball for Bowling Green. Conaway on the dribble, finds some space around the corner. It won't go though. And Billings with the rebound. We have a foul on the outlet pass.
I believe it's going to be on Aubrey Bungie. Nope, they gave it to Keller.
They did. Her first, team's first. So Bowling Green will get it back. We've played a minute here in this second quarter. Charlton has it left wing now to Dieters. Dieters outside the arc. Looks like Van Far's in his own this time, and they deflect the pass into the post and stolen away by Van Far. Fifth turnover of the game for Bowling Green. Keller back now, gets to Bungie at the free throw line. She'll skip it in the corner to Conaway. She'll drive right baseline. It's no good. Rebound to Niemeyer. Should get it to Norton. Norton into the front court for the Cats. Right wing to Dieters. To Billings. Charlton now to Norton. She's open for three left wing. It's an air ball and goes out of bounds. She looked at the bench out of the corner of her eye like, uh-oh. Did you see that? Full court pressure by Bowling Green. Stolen by Dieters on the press. Back to Norton. Norton to Dieters right wing. Now inside to Niemeyer in the right short corner. Back to Dieters. Dieters to Norton. To Billings to Charlton on the left wing as they work it around the horn against this 2-3 zone. And there's another steal. Stolen by Keller. She'll take it to the glass. Her shot's up and good. Devin Keller's got 6, and we're tied at 17. 5:43 to play here in the first half. 2-3 zones kind of slowed the Lady Cats down a little bit as we've played almost 2.5 minutes and they haven't scored yet in this quarter. And now this ball's taken away from Bungie, who had it, and Niemeyer drives in and shoots a layup. She's got a little aggressive tone to her tonight. Good for her. Now steal by Billings. Billings Gets it to Norton. She'll take it to the glass with the left hand. It's no good. Rebound's loose. Ooh. And who's going to come away with it? As we've got a little contact. And the officials will get together. Is it going to be a call or a travel? Which came first is the question.
Boy, Bungie was working those elbows.
Well, let's see what they're going to call.
They're going to call Bungie.
Well, it's a violation for swinging the elbows. It's a non-contact thing. That's what it can be called. If it's a contact, it can be called a technical. It'll give the ball back to Bowling Green and wholesale substitutions in for the Cats. We'll try and catch up with it as we go. Dieters inbounds to Twellman, who returned to Sparks, who also joined the crowd, along with Womack, who's in the high post. They couldn't get her the ball. Twellman now outside the arc. Right wing to Sparks. Sparks in the high post to Womack. She'll put it on the floor. It's loose. Sparks is going to grab it in the corner to Twellman. They whip it around the horn to Dieter. She'll penetrate down the lane, up, in and out. No good. Bungie with the rebound for Van Far. 19-17 our score. Bowling Green still leads it by 2. They've led by as many as 6 in this first half. Conaway now gets in the high post to Bungie. Back to Conaway outside the arc. She'll hand it off to Keller. Keller on a pick and roll, sets up for 3. She'll let it fly. It's off the mark, no good. Charlton with the rebound. Bowling Green in no hurry. Now Dieter's up to the right wing, Twellman. Twellman in the post area to Charlton. She'll turn, shoot off the glass. It's no good, and we've got a rebounding foul, I believe. And that'll go on Charlton, her second.
Bungie checks out.
Anna Lynn Colwell will return for the Lady Indians. Full court pressure by the Cats. Full court man, actually. They'll look to jump and trap if they can. Conaway, nice ball handling, gets it in the front court. And the pass to Colwell, she slides that pivot foot, and she's whistled for the violation. 6th turnover of the game on the Van Far Lady Indians. Down to 4 minutes to play in the first half. Dieters walks it to the head of the key. Right wing to Twellman. In the high post now to Charlton. She'll shoot it from 10. It rolls around everything almost and drops. Her first 2 points of the night, lead back to 4. Conaway on the dribble in the front court to Keller. Keller guarded by Sparks. To the left wing to Conaway. It goes through her hands. Unforced error. Gives it right back to Bowling Green.
3 fresh. Womack, Billings, and Norton all back in. Dieters, Twellman, and who's the third one to come off? Charlton. Take a seat for Bowling Green.
I don't believe we've seen this kind of rapid substitution by Bowling Green this year, at least in the games that I've covered. Billings is going to shoot it from about 17. It's no good. Bungie with the rebound for Van Far. Keller will bring it into the front court now, right wing. 3 ball on the way, and it's good. That's Madeline Caldwell, hits her 3rd 3-pointer, and it's back to a 1-point game at 21-20. She's got the hot hand for the Lady Indians. Sparks in the high post to Womack, back to Sparks. Sparks to the head of the key to Billings. With the left wing to Norton. She'll penetrate into Womack on the block, and she's going to be fouled. And they're going to say it's a 2-shot foul as Colwell whistled for her first. And to the free throw line will go Kaylin Womack. Had a little visit with her grandfather today. Talked a little basketball. First free throws up and good. She'll get a second. Back in for the Lady Indians, Aiden Brown. Colwell will take a seat.
Well, whatever message you relayed through Grandpa, it's working. She's got 8 points.
As she makes both free throws, and it's 23-20. She can be a player. She's just a freshman. Into the front court, Conaway for the Lady Indians. Left wing to Brown. Bowling Green in a man-to-man defense. Now right wing to Caldwell. They've got to keep an eye on her. She's in the corner. She's going to fire another three. This one off the front of the rim, no good. Bungie with the rebound. Her putback's up, no good. And they'll have a foul, and Bungie had a few choice words, and she's getting an eyeball from one of the officials. I think she liked the fact that she was banged around a little bit that time. Niemeyer with the second foul. Bungie back to the free throw line, and she'll make the first. She'll get a second.
Second trip to the line. She missed the first two. Hits the first one this time.
And it's up and good. Much better looking stroke the second time around than she had on the first.
Mm-hmm.
Charlton back in. Niemeyer will take a seat. Norton into the front court, right wing now to Sparks. Had the key to Billings. Back to Sparks. Cats lead by 1. 23-22, down to about 2:10 to play in this half. Norton's long three ball won't go, but the long rebound's tracked down by Sparks. She'll hand it back to Norton, and they'll reset it with 2 minutes to play. Billings left wing to Charlton. Charlton and Billings, as a general rule, aren't going to shoot it from deep. So Van Far sagging off of them. Billings dribbles it off her foot, but tracks down the loose ball. They'll give it right wing now to Norton. She'll get into the paint. Her shot's off the mark, no good. Rebound for Van Far. Conaway on the dribble. She's going to be fouled by Sparks.
Going to be the first on Briley.
Little hand check action. 16 fouls, so Van Far will shoot free throws in this final minute 34 of the half. Only 3 team fouls on Van Far. Keller to trigger it in, gets it to Conaway. She'll spin to the free throw line, kicks it back to Caldwell. She nearly throws it away, but Keller tracks it down with a minute 25 to play. Keller into the paint, tries to get it to the corner, but it's swatted away by Sparks out of bounds. And Van Far will get it back. Sparks will take a seat. Dieter's back in for Bowling Green. Brown to throw it in for Van Far through free throw line extended far sideline. Gets it into Keller. Back to Conaway. She'll penetrate to the block, up off the glass, and good. Had some defense on her, but got it on the window, and it drops. She's got 5, and Van Far retakes the lead at 24-23. Charlton. They work it around Horn. Now they get it inside to Womack. Her shot from the right block's no good. Rebound to Van Far. To Conaway. Conaway reverse pivots, gets it down to Bungie. She'll step through and off the glass, no good. Goes after her own rebound, puts it back, won't go. Does it one more time, it won't go again. And Womack will corral it now, and a timeout on the floor by Coach Craig Smith. 39.6 seconds to play in the half. 24-23 Van Far. This is the high school game of the week on Eagle 102.
Proudly serving the area with a commitment to caring since 1892. Waters Funeral Home in Vandalia. Waters Funeral Home is very supportive and compassionate, thoughtful, and caring. They value your family's needs and give the utmost professionalism expected in your time of need, going above and beyond to serve you and the community. Call or visit online at watersfuneral.com. Since 1892, Waters Funeral Home in Vandalia.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Pike County Mutual Insurance, Hogue Ford, and Bank of Louisiana.
24-23, Van Far on top. 39.6 seconds to play here in the first half. Craig Smith called a timeout. Let's see what they drew up in the huddle. I'm guessing they'll play for one unless they get a wide open shot inside. Dieters has it. Van Far in a 2-3 zone. They'll get it into Dieters in the paint. She'll kick it in the short corner to Womack. She'll pull up and shoot it from 8. It's good. Kaylin Womack with a big first half. She's got 10. And the Cats retake the lead. Now Dieter's going to be whistled for the foul. And that'll send Van Far to the charity stripe. And you generally don't want to send Panna Conaway to the free throw line. Coach's kids usually are pretty good free throw shooters because they have to spend a lot of time in the gym while Dad's coaching. Let's see if that holds true for Miss Conaway. She's a senior. First one's on its way. It's money. Go ahead, make a profit out of me, Panna. It's okay. She'll get a second. We're tied at 25. 18 ticks to play in the half. Second free throw's up. It hits nothing but net as well. That's a 26-25 lead for Van Far. Cats into the front court now. Dieters waits for Charlton. He'll give it to her in the wing. Head of the key now to Billings. Back to Charlton. Down to 6. Down to 5. To Dieters. Dieters going to pull up and shoot the 3, and it's off the mark and no good. And that'll do it for the first half. The Van Far Indians 26. The Bowling Green Bobcats 25. We're at half. Halftime show's next on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 Halftime Report is coming up, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center.
With winter weather upon us, remember one multi-sports complex in Bowling Green is your warm, dry place to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green to schedule your appointment and inquire about memberships. One multi-sports complex, just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Shelter Insurance Agent Frank Wallace in Vandalia invites you to call or stop by soon to ask about shelter services. Proud to serve their friends and neighbors, Shelter Insurance Agency of Vandalia offers auto, home, business, farm, and life insurance, all at reasonable rates with fast, friendly, personable service. Give Frank a call today at 573-594-2235 or stop in at their new location at 610 West Highway 54 in Vandalia. Frank Wallace Shelter Insurance Agency. Seek shelter today.
It won't be long and spring will have sprung and old man winter will be long gone. Time to think outdoor work, and Barnett's Landscaping in Vandalia would like to help you beautify and improve your surroundings. Barnett's Landscaping can help you with retaining walls, patio work, seeding and strawing, mulch, finished grading, as well as decorative rocks and plants. Call Brandon or Joni at 573-473-2045 or 5938. Licensed and insured. Estimates are free. Barnett's Landscaping in Vandalia.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. It's now time for the Eagle 102 Halftime Report, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center.
2 quarters in the books here at Van Far, and it's the Van Far Lady Indians holding a 1-point lead over the Bowling Green Lady Cats after the first 16 minutes. And I don't know if Bowling Green was looking for Van Far to come out that hot.
I don't either. Madeline Caldwell hit 3 threes. They hit 4 threes as a team. That about the time Bowling Green would stretch it out, they led by as many as 6. Van Far would hit a 3 or maybe a 3 and a 2 and cut the lead back down, and then Van Far finished strong with a bucket and a couple of free throws to take the lead. Yeah, it outscored Bowling Green 11-8 in that second quarter after trailing 17-15 in the first. So a well-played half by both teams. Not a lot of fouls, neither team in any kind of foul trouble at all. Not a lot of turnovers, 7 for Van Far, 6 for Bowling Green. So, yeah, good basketball game right here at Van Far High School.
I was going to point out the discipline for Van Far, just the 3 fouls, and boy, they other than the one that Bungie, and I think that, I don't know, I think she was a little off balance to start and started swinging them and couldn't stop, but I don't think there was any malicious intent there. But other than that, that discipline's been on both ends, not committing fouls defensively and taking care of that ball offensively.
Well, they played a 2-3 zone pretty much the whole half, mixed in man every once in a while, but when you play a zone, you obviously don't foul near as much, and you usually can be a little bit better on the boards if you're packed in like that. Sometimes it's hard to find your man to block out, but it worked very well for him in this first half, and the pace is what Van Far wants, because I think top to bottom probably Bowling Green might be a little more athletic, and if they wanted to run and stretch this thing out, Van Far could be in trouble. But at this point, they've been able to control the pace, and they lead it at half, 26-25.
Will the long streak end for Van Far tonight at the hands of Bowling Green? 26-25. We'll take a break, come back with first half scoring and more on the Eagle 102 Halftime Report.
Get connected to a fast-paced world with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, an authorized U.S. cellular dealer, along with Dish Network, DirecTV, Viasat, and HughesNet high-speed internet packages. Cellular and Satellite Center also carries a variety of TVs and accessories and installs security systems. Get connected today with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
LaCrosse Lumber Company in Vandalia is your #1 stop for residential, commercial, remodeling, and new construction needs. Their product knowledge and exceptional customer service sets them apart from their competitors. So for building materials, plumbing supplies, paint, windows and doors, electrical, hardware items, and more, visit LaCrosse Lumber in Vandalia, the oldest, most reliable lumber and hardware company in the Midwest since 1873. LaCrosse Lumber Company in Vandalia.
The staff at Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice are your neighbors. Here are just a few of the programs they have to offer. Baby basics, breastfeeding peer counseling, natural nursers, car seat safety, farm safety for kids, maternal and child health, safe sitter courses, and WIC, plus much more. Pike County Health Department is a not-for-profit organization as it is funded by tax dollars. So when you use their services, you're putting your tax dollars to work. To keep up to date, be sure to like them on Facebook. Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice, located in Bowling Green.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Rawls County Mutual Insurance, Orth Construction, and B&B Automotive.
First half scoring between Bowling Green and Van Far for the Lady Bobcats. They've got 2 points each from Madeline Norton, Grace Twellman, Kinley Charlton, and Gracie Dieters. 7 points for Liv Niemeyer and 10 points for Kaylin Womack so far in the first half. Bowling Green 2 for 2 from the free throw line over the first 2 quarters, only went 1 time. For Van Far, they've got 4 points from Aubrey Bungie, 6 for Devin Keller, 7 points for Panna Conaway, and Madeline Caldwell with 3 threes, finished with 9 points. Van Far was outscored by Bowling Green 17-15 in the first quarter, but outscored Bowling Green 11-8 in the second quarter, and they were 4 of 6 shooting free throws in the first 2 quarters.
Well, one of the things the Van Far boys teams, I know I've talked about this before, was very good at in their state championship runs was not putting the other team on the line and getting to the line themselves, thus keeping themselves out of foul trouble. And by getting to the line, obviously they're penetrating to the hole. And that's kind of, whether it was by design or not, that's kind of what Heather Minter's crew's done in this first half. They were penetrating, kicking and hitting the three, got to the line 6 times, kept Bowling Green off the line with only 3 personal fouls in that first half. And that's a recipe for success, and thus they lead it by 1. Of course, a lot of basketball, 16 minutes of basketball to be played. And we've seen, how many games have we seen this year change? One half be the direct opposite of the second half, and we'll see if that's the case here tonight.
We still have men's varsity action coming up later tonight, the rematch from the Bowling Green tournament. Van Far done with their warm-up to the bench. Bowling Green just out of the locker room before the second half of this one. And we'll take a final break, come back with third quarter action after this on Eagle 102.
With winter weather upon us, remember One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your warm, dry place to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green to schedule your appointment and inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex, just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Bank from anywhere with Bank of Louisiana's new Freedom Checking account. No minimum balance, no monthly fees, and free access to all of their mobile and online banking services. Bank on your own terms with Freedom Checking from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Home data rates may apply. Check with your carrier for details. Freedom Checking from Bank of Louisiana.
Bowling Green Insurance Agency can assist in all the insurance coverage you may need. With the proper insurance coverage, you can stop sweating the small stuff and enjoy life. Bowling Green Insurance Agency is one of the leading insurance agencies in the Pike County area. Give them a chance and they'll prove it. Call Fred Carlson and get a quote. Bowling Green Insurance Agency.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, Marshall Chevrolet, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
We're underway in the second half. Van Far has it. Both teams with their original starting lineup, and we'll see if Caldwell can start with a 3. She can't. That's off the back iron. And a rebound to Twellman for Bowling Green. Now look to push the pace a little bit up quickly to Charlton to Twellman. Twellman hesitant to shoot from the arc. Billings is going to penetrate in, up off the glass, and good. had a lane to the bucket and finally decided to take it. And Bowling Green retakes the lead at 27-26.
First 2 points for Morgan Billings tonight.
Another three on the way from Caldwell. It's off the mark, short, so she starts 0 for 2 from 3 in the second half after hitting 3 threes in the first. Down inside to Charlton, a nice pass from Dieters, and Kinley Charlton will score. She's got 4 for the game, and a lead back to 3 at 29-26. Bowling Green led by as many as 6 in that first half. Van Far's biggest lead was 2. Keller dribbles off a pick and roll, shoots it up with the left hand. Man, that's a sweet move by the sophomore. And she's got 8.
Boy, if she were just 3 or 4 inches taller, you know.
She is tiny, but she can handle the basketball. We haven't seen her shoot a lot from the outside yet. Mostly it's been on penetration. Now she's going to get a steal. First turnover of the second half. Good defense by Keller. Into the front court, right wing to Conaway. She'll shoot the 3. High arching 3. It's short. Dieters with the rebound. She'll look to run. One-on-one against Keller. She'll take it to the glass. It won't go. Caldwell with the rebound. Now swatted away by Twellman. Keller comes up with it. Now Dieters tries to steal it, but she loses the handle. And it'll go out of bounds in the near corner. And Van Far will maintain control.
Good job by Van Far. That double team forced Gracie Dieters outside. Took a step to the outside and wasn't able to size up that layup.
Van Far into the front court. Conaway out of a double team. Gets it to Keller. They get it down inside to Bungie. She's open inside. It won't go. Gets her own rebound. Second time is the charm. As she makes the putback. And she's got 6, and it's 30-29. Back and forth we go. Haven't been greater than a 6-point lead by either club. It's pretty much been 1 and 2 point leads the whole way. Niemeyer will shoot it from the corner from 16. It's no good. Bungie with the rebound for Van Far. She's doing a good job against 3 girls about her size for Bowling Green. Van Far on the move. Up quickly to Caldwell. She catches the pass and gets it now to Keller. Keller on the left-hand dribble again. She'll stop and pop from 10 off the left iron. No good. Dieters saves it inbounds. Don't ever do that. It goes right to Conaway. And she'll go to the line after she tried to put it up. Age old saying is don't save it inbounds underneath the other team's basket because bad things usually happen. Foul is going to go on. Let's see. Have they told us yet? Yep, there they go. It's going to be on Niemeyer, her 3rd. Conaway back to the free throw line. And she'll miss the first of 2. She'll get a second. Womack and Norton into the game for Bowling Green. Conaway's second free throw is no good. And it's still a 1-point lead for the Lady Indians. Dieters into the paint, drops it to Charlton. Her shot up off the glass, no good. Womack with the offensive rebound. Now she'll look for some help from a guard as she's already dribbled. Gets it to Charlton on the block. She'll shoot it and score. Kinley Charlton from the right block. She's got 6. And another lead change in this game, 31-30 Bowling Green. Keller on the left-hand dribble to Caldwell. Caldwell as they run a little weave. Now to Keller. Keller drive left wing. She'll stop and pop from 15. It's good. Devin Keller, as I mentioned, she didn't shoot much from outside. She's fired twice from outside the last 2 trips down. Dieter's going to fire from outside. This is from 3 off the glass and good from the left wing. It's another thing we've seen a ton of this year. 3-pointers off the glass. And it's a 34-32 lead this time for Bowling Green.
Bank has been open with interest.
It has. Caldwell has it outside the arc at the head of the key now. Gets it to Keller. Keller between the circles now with 4 minutes to play in the third. Keller will dribble to the right wing. Look for some help. Still has her dribble. Gets it left wing to Conaway. Conaway back to Keller. She'll look inside, and Heather Minner wants a timeout. We'll step aside as well. 34-32, Bowling Green leads it. 3:52 to play in the third. You're listening to High School Game of the Week on Eagle 102.
If you happen to find yourself looking for somewhere new to get your vehicle serviced, Pogue Ford in Bowling Green is here to remind you they can handle all brands of vehicles. However, if you have GM or Chrysler warranty, They will shuttle those to their sister Hannibal locations to make sure your warranty stays intact. Pogue Ford, serving the communities they call home. Pogue Ford, Business Highway 61 South in Bowling Green. They'll be there for you when the sun comes up.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Vicky Cadwallader Real Estate and the Twin Pike Family YMCA.
Well, nothing much has changed. 34-32 mark, and it looks like this one's going to stay close the whole way.
Hope so. I mean, these two teams, they're both dying for a good four-quarter game, I think.
Nothing like having a good girls game to really get things charged for what should be quite an entertaining boys game.
Oh, you know that Van Far does not like their performance from that third-place game, and they're going to come out charged.
Actually, their performance in the tournament, as they lost 2 games in that tournament. So Van Far out of the timeout. They have it trailing by 2, 34-32. Bowling Green in a man-to-man. Left wing to Caldwell now. Head of the key to Conaway. Conaway. Back to Caldwell. Brown's into the paint. She needs to get out of there. Now she does. Conaway on the handoff with the left hand to the bucket. Puts it up with the right hand and scores. Panna Conaway's got 9, and we're tied at 34. Norton to the head of the key to Dieters. Left wing now to Charlton. Charlton puts it on the floor, drives into the block. Her shot's up, no good. We've got a whistle and a foul. And Kimberly Charlton will go to the line and shoot 2 shots.
Aiden Brown charged with the personal with 3:07 to play here in the third.
Charlton's first trip to the charity stripe tonight. The senior has 6. Front of the rim with the first one. She'll get a second.
Bowling Green's first miss from the line, but it's only the third shot.
Annalyn Colwell in. Brown will take a seat for the Lady Indians. Charlton with the second. And it's on the money. Nothing but net, as they say, and it's a 35-34 lead for Bowling Green. Keller skips it over to Colwell. Colwell in the paint to Bungie. Her shot up. Oh, in and out, no good. Off the glass. Spun across the front of the rim and out. And Bowling Green with the rebound. Norton to the head of the key, right wing to Billings. She's going to penetrate it, gets it to Dieters. Dieters shot fakes, now drives in. Little sidestep shot, no good, gets her own rebound. It won't go. Now the rebound's tied up. She'll tie up with Bungie. And on the alternating arrow, who's it going to be? Bowling Green will keep it. Now to 2:39 to play here in the third. On the inbounds, they get it to Charlton. She can't get it to go. She'll get her own rebound. Second tie, it won't work as well. Womack will shoot it now. In and out, no good. Bungie with the rebound. 3 shots from point-blank range. For the Cats, they couldn't convert. Back comes Caldwell. She'll shoot the 3. It's an air ball from the left wing, and it's going to go out of bounds off of Colwell, they say. And the Cats will get it back with 2:19 to play here in the third quarter.
I think Madeline likes shooting the other way a little bit better.
I tend to agree. Jim Ross, Mark Froelich with you. Glad to have you with us. EMO conference matchup, rivalry game. Inside to Womack. Her shot up off the glass and good. Kaylin Womack's got 12, and now still on the inbounds pass by Dieters. She'll drive into the paint. One-hander won't go. Billings with the putback rebound up and good. Count the bucket and the foul. Good defensive play. Nice series of events for the Cats. And they'll have a chance to stretch this lead to match the biggest of the game with this free throw, but it's off the back of the rim by Billings. So the lead will stay at 5, 39-34. Colwell into the front court Keller into the front court for Vandalia. Conaway as they work around to Caldwell, now to Keller. She'll drive to the left block, and it's going to be deflected out of her hands, and it'll go back to Van Far underneath her own basket, left side of the paint. 1:37 to play here in the third. Keller gets to Conaway in the corner off the inbound. Now they'll reset with 1:30. Caldwell to Keller in between the circles now, dribbles to the right wing. Moves it back to Colwell inside to Bungie. Her shot, a bullet off the backboard and in. And another timeout by Heather Minter. 39-36 Bowling Green. 1:15 to play in the third. You're listening to High School Game of the Week on Eagle 102.
Get connected to a fast-paced world with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, an authorized U.S. cellular dealer, along with Dish Network, DirecTV, Viasat, and HughesNet high-speed internet packages. Cellular and Satellite Center also carries a variety of TVs and accessories and installs security systems. Get connected today with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Mike's Tire and Service Center, and Kathy Clean.
1:15 to play here in the third. 39-36. Just what the doctor ordered.
Pick up anything in that timeout?
I was watching the cheerleaders.
Very good cheerleaders here. Of course, kind of started that spray of state championships for Van Far back winning the 2017 large cheerleading state championship.
Have they won one since? Did they win last year? I don't see a banner.
I don't think they did, but that spurred two track and field championships and the state basketball championship, and of course last year's Final Four run.
Exactly. Bowling Green out of the timeout has it. We're under a minute to play in the quarter, and we've got a double dribble. Just the second turnover of the half for Bowling Green. A number of state championship banners here at Van Far High School. Track and field championships as well in 2017-2018. And Caldwell got away with a double dribble, hands it off to Keller. She'll drive to the paint and score it off the glass.
Dozen points now for Devin Keller.
Back comes Bowling Green. Dieters for three. It's off the mark, no good. Billings fights for the offensive rebound, and we'll have a tie-up by Bungie. And the alternating arrow will give it back to Van Far.
That would have been a pretty impressive pass off glass if they could have got the shot back up.
Keller into the front court now. Avoids the double team, gets it to Conaway. Conaway to the left elbow, back to Keller, into the post of Bungie. She'll shoot, turns, and scores. Bungie's come alive on the offensive end. She's got 6.5 and 10 for the game. Down to 7, down to 6. Dieter's going to fire three. It's off the glass, no good. And the rebound to Bungie, and that'll do it for the third quarter of action. And Van Far with a burst right at the end of the quarter, trailing by 5, come back, and they lead it 40-39 at the end of 3. The fourth quarter's next on Eagle 102.
People's Bank and Trust mobile banking app gives you the convenience of banking from anywhere. Simply download the free app for your Android or Apple device and get started managing your accounts, transferring funds, paying bills, and depositing checks. People's Bank and Trust online at www.pbtc.net. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Family Drug is your locally owned pharmacy, and their pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because just like you, they support their community. Family Drug, locally owned and hometown proud on Georgia Street in Louisiana.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Well, a 6-0 run to finish the quarter by the Van Far Lady Indians, and they go to the fourth quarter on top 40-39, and Bowling Green will have it. They'll come out with Norton, Charlton, Dieters, Billings, and Niemeyer. And as they start the horn, the clock hadn't been reset. Keller, Bungie, Conaway, Caldwell, and Brown for Van Far. And we're ready to go. 8 minutes on the clock. Nothing's been decided.
They didn't update the quarter yet, but we won't fault them for that.
Billings penetrates in, kicks it out to Niemeyer from 16. It's off the mark, no good. Billings with the offensive rebound. She'll get it to Dieters on the far sideline, now to Norton. Norton sees Billings open, opposite side of paint, and scores. Good look that time by Norton. And Billings wide open for the finish. And another change in the score. Lead change, 41-40. Keller to the head of the key. She's going to pull up from 3. It's off the back of her backboard, no good, but Caldwell with the offensive rebound, and she's going to be fouled. Actually, they're going to say
timeout.
A timeout before the foul, and we'll step aside as well. 7:16 to play in the game, 41-40 Bowling Green. Listen to the high school game of the week on Eagle 102.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Bid Beach and Collier Funeral Homes and Liggins Flooring.
41-40, 7:16 to play in the game. Bowling Green leads it out of the timeout. Van Far will have it underneath their own basket, right side of the paint. And Panaconaway will do the honors for the Lady Indians. It's to Bungie in the far corner, and it's deflected on the outlet pass to Keller by Billings. But Van Far will maintain possession. 28-foot mark on the far sideline. Get it into Conaway, and it's deflected and stolen away by Billings on the cross-court pass. She'll take it to the glass, up and good. Morgan Billings having a big second half. She's got 8, and the lead grows to 3 at 43-40. Keller back into the front court for Van Far. A little more urgency on defense by the Cats this quarter. A little more belly-to-belly action on the man-to-man. Caldwell guarded by Norton. She deflects it, steals it away. Norton heads to the glass, up, no good. Charlton with the rebound. Her putback won't go. She gets it a second time, and it's up and good. Charlton, she's got 7.5. Gets the full court pressure again. Caldwell does get it in the front court now to Brown. Brown drives in, shoots it from 8. It's off the glass, no good. Charlton with the rebound. She'll get it to Dieters. Dieters, she'll turn on the Jet. She's ahead of the pack. Her layups in and out. No good. Offensive rebound that time by Charlton, and she'll be fouled on the putback.
Aiden Brown going to pick up the personal.
And Kinley Charlton will go to the line, and she'll shoot 2 shots. She's 1 for 2 from the free throw line so far. Both in the second half. First one's up and good. Good looking stroke that time. And that matches the biggest lead of the game at 6, 46-40. Annalyn Colwell back in the game for Van Far. Second free throw on the way. Front of the rim, no good. Rebounds loose on the floor. We'll have a tie-up. And on the alternating arrow to go to Van Far. 6:12 to play in the game. 46-40. We'll have the boys game next with major EMO conference implications. Inbounds pass stolen by Bowling Green. Charlton can't make the first one, can't make the second one, and then we'll have a foul on the rebound. I believe they'll call that on Billings.
Yep, Morgan's first.
And Van Far will try it again against this full court man pressure. Inbounds pass stolen by Billings again. Now she'll get it to Dieters in the paint. Up and good. Here's that speed up the game we talked about, and now we've got a whistle on the inbounds.
Billings again. Oh, let's see if they can steal the inbound pass again.
Nothing wrong with being around the basketball, especially when you have fouls to give. 3 team fouls by each team. They get it into Conaway. She'll get it with the left hand into the front court now. Left corner to Caldwell. She shoots it. It's partially blocked by Norton. Norton takes off with it, running, and travels.
Yeah, I caught it on her back shoulder and couldn't stop that momentum going forward.
48-40 our score. Down to 5:51 as Twelman will return. Billings will take a seat. Van Far gets it into Keller on the inbound. She's at the head of the key now. Left wing to Conaway. They'll run a little weave action to Caldwell. Caldwell trying to get open for 3. Bowling Green's wise to that. Norton all over. To Conaway now to Keller. Keller out to 28-foot mark. Head of the key now to Bungie. Back to Keller. Skip pass over to Caldwell. She fumbles it down in the corner to Colwell. To Keller. Keller dribbles to the left wing. Has it deflected, and it's going to be stolen by Twellen, and a timeout on the floor. And it'll be a full timeout right here in front of us. 48-40, 5:16 to play in the ballgame. Bowling Green on top. Listen to High School Game of the Week on Eagle 102.
Hi, folks. This is Eric Schaefer. With sports season upon us, be treated like the pros. If your athlete has experienced an injury during a game or practice, let our experienced sports medicine team at Pike County Memorial Hospital Physiotherapy Department get them back to play. We have 2 locations to better serve our community. Pike County Memorial Hospital Physiotherapy and Sports Medicine in Louisiana and Bowling Green. Pike County Memorial Hospital. Community owned, nationally known.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Brown's Processing, Craig's Truck and Tractor, and Old Top's Pawn Shop.
Well, they might not have the numbers of previous years, but those cheerleaders here at Van Far are still really good.
You're not going to be at the top of that thing?
No.
You want to be on the bottom?
A cradle might kill all of them.
So Bowling Green's picked up the pressure defensively in this fourth quarter, and they've run off 9 in a row as they lead it 48-40. Van Far yet to score. We played nearly 3 minutes in this fourth quarter. Now a little token man pressure by Van Far in the backcourt. Dieter's no problem now into the front court. Left wing to Twellman, who checked into the game on a pick and roll with Niemeyer, who's back in as well. As Sparks returns, as does Womack. She'll shoot it from the free throw line. It's off the front of the rim. No good. And we've got a whistle and a foul.
I think it's going to be on Niemeyer. If it is, it's her 4th.
It is. And Van Far will get it out of bounds. And they wanted to get Niemeyer out of the game. They didn't do it soon enough. Inbounds to Conaway. She'll dribble out of trouble for Van Far. Now into the front court with the left hand guarded by Dieters. She'll hand it back to Colwell. Right wing now to Keller. Keller to Conaway. To Keller. They play a little pitch and catch to Colwell. She'll shoot it right corner from 16. It's no good. Rebound to Womack. See if Womack can get free in the paint. She had her way with it in the first half. Sparks dribbles with the left hand to the glass. No good. And she gets her own rebound. I thought we were going to have a foul call as bodies went to the floor. But it goes out of bounds off of Bowling Green back to Van Far.
Now Niemeyer out. Back into the ball game is Kinley Charlton and Madeline Norton.
Dieters will take a seat as well. On the inbounds pass, it's deflected. It's loose. And it's going to go out of bounds off of Twellman.
Twellman, not a flashy player, but I really like the way she attacks the game.
A little more aggressiveness tonight than we've seen in the past for sure. Officials, if they needed help, they could have asked us. We had a good look at that. Inbounds pass stolen by Bowling Green. Womack's going to take it straight to the glass. Her layup's up and good. She's got 14. And the lead is now 10, biggest of the game. Conaway into the front court now, guarded by Norton. Gets it to Colwell. She thinks about a 3 and doesn't take it. Now it's deflected. Keller will pick it up near the center court stripe. 4 minutes to play in the game. Caldwell open from 3. It's an air ball. Norton with the rebound.
Van Far has not taken care of the ball here in this fourth quarter.
She'll push it up. She gets to Sparks. Her shot rolls off the front of it. Twellman with the rebound to Womack. Had the key to Norton. Her 3 balls on the way. It's good. Madeline Norton with her first 3. She's got 5, and Bowling Green starting to flex their muscles a little bit as they lead it by 13. Van Far still has not scored in the quarter as Keller penetrates in. Her shot from 10's off the back of the line. No good. And Bungie grabs her and pulls her down. And let's see what that call is going to be. Could have had an intentional foul there. Could have got interesting in a hurry.
Yeah.
Bungie's a little spunky, isn't she?
Yes, she is, but only her second foul.
Frisky might even be a better word. So Bowling Green gets it after the foul on the rebound. Norton into the front court. They lead by 13. Whips it inside. It's going to be
another
deflected.
Foul on Bungie.
And that'll be her 3rd. And Bowling Green will have it underneath their own basket. And the officials get straight who the foul was on. Twelman will throw it in. They'll look. Norton open for three. Front of the rim, no good. Caldwell with the rebound. She'll head the other way and loses the handle. They're going to say Norton deflected it, however. We saw another one of those forearm shivers. This time it was from Caldwell that wasn't caught by the official. And Caldwell will throw it in, far sideline. She'll get it in. It's deflected into the backcourt, not a problem. And Banfar will track it down. Keller now across the timeline with 3 minutes to play in the ball game. On a pick and roll with Bungie, and we've got a whistle on a foul.
Billings?
It is.
Her third.
And just the 15 foul, 5 team fouls each actually on both clubs. As Colwell returns, now Dieters will return for Billings.
Not only has Van Far not scored, they haven't really even sniffed the basket here in the fourth quarter.
A couple open shots, but not very good looks, that's for sure. They get it in the post of Bungie. It's through her hands, loose. Dieters will pick up the loose ball. 6 turnover the half, 13 for the game for Van Far. Right wing to Norton. Norton hangs on to the ball, now to Twelman. Twelman back to Norton. Looks like Van Far now is going to have to switch to a man-to-man. Twelman on a pick and roll with Charlton. She's open for 15. Up off the mark, no good. Rebound to Keller. Keller turns on the Jets, but Dieters is going to track her down and swat it out of bounds.
I don't know how Gracie Dieters can sneak up on anybody, but she does repeatedly.
Yes, Haley Chandler will come into the game for her first minutes of the night. Womack will take a seat. She had 14. On the inbounds, they get it to Bungie. Her shot's off the mark, no good. And Dieters with the rebound. She'll look to push the pace. She's going to take it straight to the glass, up off the glass, and good. Nobody stopped the basketball for Van Far. They just got beat down the floor. All 5 players, actually. Looks like they may be out of gas. Keller outside the arc now, looking for some space. Norton's deflects it, and it goes out of bounds right in the middle of the Van Far bench.
Yeah, they're gasping right now.
Yep, have that look, don't they? Red-faced, hands on their shorts, with 2:03 to play in the game. Conaway takes the inbounds pass to Colwell. She'll line up the three. It's off the mark, no good. Twelman with the rebound. She'll outlet to Norton. Norton will slow things down now for Bowling Green. The clock is their friend. Twelman on a pick and roll. She'll stop from the right elbow, shoots it for 15, in and out, no good. Rebounds loose, and Keller comes away with it. Into the front court. She'll take it to the block, but it's swatted out of bounds by Dieters. And Van Far will get it back.
Finally, a couple of fresh troops in there for Van Far as Natalie Bybee into the ball game, as well as Taylor Hayes.
They get it inbounds to Keller. She'll shoot it from 16. It's short, no good. Niemeyer with the rebound. Back to Dieters. They need to walk it up now.
Van Far, after owning beyond the arc in the first half, has yet to be close here in the second half.
Head of the key to Niemeyer. Left wing now to Dieters. She shot fakes and is tripped up. Hangs on to the loose ball. We'll have a tie-up. Got her feet tangled up with the defender that time. No whistle, but on the alternating arrow, Bowling Green will maintain possession with 1:10 to play in the game. Dieters to triggered inbounds for the Cats. Gets it to Sparks. Sparks into the paint in a crowd. Gets it to Niemeyer on the right side. Niemeyer now looks for some help. Down to a minute to play to Sparks.
Never saw Twelman right behind her, did she?
No. Dieters now dribbles in between the circles, right wing to Twelman as they get the offense set up to Sparks. Sparks over to Dieters. Dieters showing some patience. Now looks inside to Twelman. To Niemeyer from the left elbow. In and out, no good. Rebounds loose, and we're going to have a jump ball. Or are we going to have a foul? I think we're going to have a foul. Foul's going to be on Dieters.
Her second.
And Izzy Orff into the game for her first minutes. Now we're coming with some subs. You're going to have to really use your magic.
Well, let's just see what I can figure out
See
here.
what you can come up with. Looks like some younger players coming in. Mark will track those down for us.
How about Cammie Penrod? Does that sound good? A 5'5" freshman?
How about number 55?
That's the one I'm looking at.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see. Another one came in. 23. No, she was already in, wasn't she? 34 is in the game. That's the other Sparks, I believe. Into the game. Keller loses the handle. Back to Caldwell. She'll fire three. It's off the mark. No good. And Sparks with the rebound for Bowling Green. That's Briley across the timeline to Orff. Orff to Charlton outside the arc. And left wing now to Sparks. We're down to 9. Down to 8. Will they just dribble it out? It looks like they will, and that's going to do it for the ball game. The Bowling Green Lady Bobcats 55, the Van Far Lady Indians 40. Have post-game shows next on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 post-game show is coming up, sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
It's good to aim high, and sports can help children reach their goals. Join Pike County Mutual Insurance in Bowling Green and Farm Mutual Insurance in supporting local athletes. Be sure to catch all the action this sports season. Pike County Mutual Insurance salutes young local athletes and wishes them well. And they look forward to protecting these young adults with strong insurance coverage during what is sure to be a bright future. Pike County Mutual Insurance in Bowling Green.
Happy tastes good at Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen of Vandalia invites you to stop in and enjoy the blizzard of the month, the all-new Heath Caramel Brownie Blizzard. Or get a delicious salad, sandwich, combo, or basket. And remember, breakfast is served daily. Vandalia Dairy Queen, 810 West Highway 54. Delicious food, sweet treats, self-serve ice cream, and more. Taste 75 years of treat perfection. Dairy Queen of Vandalia, where happy tastes good.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. Time now for the Eagle 102 post-game show on KJFM, sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
Well, all Bowling Green in that final quarter, Jim Ross, and I do mean all Bowling Green, as they outscore Van Far 16-0 over the final 8 minutes to pull away and win this game by 15.
Yeah, we mentioned during the broadcast how Bowling Green stepped it up defensively late in that third quarter, and in the fourth it was belly-to-belly man, and you mentioned it, not a whole lot of good looks for Van Far, and you don't really see a team that scores 40 points in the first 3 quarters and then get shut out in the fourth quarter. So kudos to the Bowling Green defense. It was good.
Yeah, and the 3 ball that was so good for Van Far in the first half, no 3-point shots went down for them in the second half, and that wasn't from lack of effort. They did try.
They did. They didn't, but again, they didn't really have good looks. Caldwell and Conaway were able to spot up and get some open looks in that first half, but Bowling Green was able to close the distance defensively in the second half, and it worked to their benefit, and they stretched what was a 1-point deficit going into the fourth quarter to a 15-point win.
Let's go through the final scoring numbers. First for Van Far. They had 9-point night for Panna Conaway, 9 points for Madeline Caldwell, all in the first half of the ball game. 10 points for Aubrey Bungie, and 12 for Devin Keller. She's their leading scorer. For Bowling Green, they pick up the win here tonight. They got 2 points from Grace Twellman, 5 tonight for Madeline Norton, 7 points for Liv Niemeyer. Those all came in the first half. 8 points for Morgan Billings, 9 for Gracie Dieters, a 10-point night for Kinley Charlton, and 14 for Kaylin Womack to lead all scorers in this ballgame. So both teams with 2 double-figure scores, and Bowling Green with that 16-0 fourth quarter wins this ball game by 15.
They raise the record to 8-11 on the season, heading towards that 500 mark, while Vanfar drops to 3-13, and the streak goes to 18. The last 18 meetings, Bowling Green has won all 18. So congratulations to the Lady Cats. Both men's teams are on the floor, and we'll expect a good one here, and we'll break it down for you after this on Eagle 102.
Abel's Quick Shops introduces the new Shell Fuel Rewards credit cards, now with even more ways to save with 2 great reward programs. Choose the Shell Fuel Rewards card or the Shell Fuel Rewards MasterCard and save 10 cents per gallon up to 20 gallons every fill-up, plus rebates on non-fuel purchases. Sign up at shell.us/get rewards from Abel's Quick Shops. We're just down the road.
McCoy Blossom Funeral Homes and Crematory is a 100% family-owned and operated business with locations in Troy, Hawk Point, and coming soon to Bowling Green, with groundbreaking coming this February. Jim and Mary Blossom, along with daughters Lisa Blossom Payne and Sarah Blossom Horn, offer full-service funeral services with the only crematory in Pike and Lincoln County. There to help when you need them. McCoy Blossom Funeral Homes and Crematory. Visit online at mccoyblossomfh.com.
Betty Davis Insurance in Vandalia is an independent insurance agency. They represent multiple companies to find you the best coverage to fit your budget. Betty Davis Insurance provides auto, homeowner, business, and commercial insurance, as well as health and life. If you need insurance, you need to get a competitive quote today. They have a quote with your name on it. Better service, better coverage, better price. Betty Davis Insurance Agency, 100 North Main, Vandalia.
Hi, this is John. I'm one of the pharmacists you see at Bowling Green Pharmacy. We're right here with personal and prompt service, giving you the answers about your medications. You are always welcome to come in and just say hi. The right people, the right service, right downtown. Bowling Green Pharmacy on the square in Bowling Green.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Well, one more game to have for you tonight. Bowling Green and Vanfar. It's a rematch of that third place game from the Bowling Green Invitational, a game that Bowling Green was really up for after a disappointment at the hands of Winfield in the semifinal. They came out and really put it to a 2-time Final Four player in Vanfar over the last couple of years.
They did. One that actually ended up 30, and actually with a turbo clock in the last 20 seconds. And I can't even tell you the last time Vanfar was turbo clocked by anybody.
Especially here in this area.
Right, right. Looking at the matchup over the last 16, they're 8-8. Wouldn't expect anything less, would we?
No.
Vanfar 15-4 on the season. Bowling Green 12-6. They've played since the Bowling Green tournament. They actually played on Monday night, I believe, against, or Tuesday night, or what is today? Tuesday. They played Tuesday night against Silex and won that game fairly easily. And I mentioned during the girls' game, this has big-time EMO conference implications. If you look at the standings, Montgomery County is on top at 5-0. Clopton's 4-0. Vanfar's 4-0. Bowling Green at 3-1. Now, Bowling Green's loss was to Montgomery County, but Montgomery County, Clopton, and Vanfar are yet to play each other. So, a lot of things yet to be decided tonight. So, Bowling Green can really get back into this conference race if they can win this game tonight. If they get 2 losses, take a second loss and 2 losses on the season in the conference, then the challenge is pretty big. The moral of the story is that somebody's got to beat Montgomery County.
Exactly. And Scott Krager's crew is playing pretty good right now.
And ironically, there's going to be a lot of games coming up soon. Clopton actually hosts Montgomery County tomorrow night, I believe, and then Vanfar was supposed to play them Tuesday night and got snowed out. So I don't know when that game's been rescheduled. But
I heard Kelly Borchert, the AD, talking about that with her principal a little earlier. I think it boils down to the girls and boys for Montgomery aren't available on the same night, so they're still trying to figure that out if they're going to, push it off a little longer and play it in 2 nights or play it in 1.
I've never understood why they don't play it on a Saturday. You play a Saturday afternoon game. How cool is that? It's like, especially for the seniors that might get to go on and play play some college basketball. That's when a lot of their games are going to be, is on Saturday afternoon. So, and what an opportunity to draw a crowd for that thing, because a lot of people don't like to give up their Saturday nights, but they're sometimes looking for something to do on a Saturday afternoon. And you could drag in quite a crowd for a Saturday afternoon affair, I'm sure.
Well, we'll take a break. We'll talk about our keys to the game after this on Eagle 102.
It's the new year and a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Hi, this is John. I'm one of the pharmacists you see at Bowling Green Pharmacy. We're right here with personal and prompt service, giving you the answers about your medications. You are always welcome to come in and just say hi. The right people, the right service, right downtown. Bowling Green Pharmacy on the square in Bowling Green.
The Mercantile Bank in Louisiana says now's the time to sign up for online banking and bill pay. With online banking, you can bank day or night from your home, office, or anywhere with internet access. Check account balances, view checks, and much more. Stop in today to learn more at the Mercantile Bank, downtown Louisiana. Your hometown bank. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
The Eagle 102 keys to the game.
Well, I think first key for Van Far is they've got to come out with a whole lot more intensity than they did on Saturday night at Bowling Green. This is their home floor. It's a conference game. It's prime time. It's a little, later start than we had the other night. I think they're going to be ready. I don't think Bowling Green's going to be able to dunk the ball twice in this one.
Well, they got to play better defensively. They only scored 36 points, so that's not up to speed for them, but that was a factor of them not playing very well defensively, and Bowling Green just controlled that game and actually ran up and down the court like we haven't seen Bowling Green play all year. They're normally control the tempo type ball club and want to keep the score in the 50s if they can, and they cut it loose. And yeah, it was kind of unbelievable how they ran away with that ball game, and I wouldn't expect to see that tonight at all.
No, and with the coaching staff that Van Far has, they weren't able to get those adjustments down in game on Saturday, but they're going to have a different game plan tonight.
Well, I mentioned it in the girls' game. This is a tough gym to get acclimated to shooting-wise, especially early on. How many shots did we see from the Bowling Green girls that were off the backboard? That's just because your depth of field is not as great here as they are at some of the schools that we go to all year. And so it'll take Bowling Green a little bit to get a feel for the surroundings. I expected a packed house. We don't have a packed house. I guess maybe a Thursday night with a little bit of a gnarly weather that's been going on the last couple days. Or maybe they just wanted to sit at home and listen to the broadcast, huh?
They might do that, or watch it at KJFM Eagle102.net.
There you have it.
But still a pretty good crowd, and a Van Far crowd is a loud crowd. They're right on top of you here in the old gym.
And the acoustics with this wood ceiling, it gets loud in here.
Yes, it does, very much so. About 4 minutes to go before we tip this one off. We'll take a break, come back with your starting lineups after this.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life. Community State Bank is committed to meeting or exceeding customer expectations and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service, but did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Hi, this is John. I'm one of the pharmacists you see at Bowling Green Pharmacy. We're right here with personal and prompt service, giving you the answers about your medications. You are always welcome to come in and just say hi. The right people, the right service, right downtown. Bowling Green Pharmacy on the square in Bowling Green.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are brought to you by Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy.
We'll start with the starters for the 12-6 Bowling Green Bobcats. They're coached by Brandon McCann. They'll start a 6-foot junior, number 1, Michael Starks. Senior at 6'3", number 5, Austin Callahan gets a start tonight. Number 23, a 6'2", senior Cameron Worley in the starting 5, as well as a 6-foot senior, number 32, Gavin Dieters. And number 35, he's a 6'4", senior, George Niemeyer. And George may even be a little bit taller than that by now. So again, the starters for Bowling Green: Starks, Callahan, Worley, Dieters, and Niemeyer. And for Van Far, they're coached by Pat Conaway. They'll start number 0, a 6-foot senior, Verdell Johnson. Number 4 gets a start tonight, a 6'3", senior, Colin Wilburn. Number 22, a 5'9", senior, Sam Middleton gets a start tonight, as well as number 35, a 5'11", senior, Riley Hansen. And rounding out the starting 5, he's a 5'11", senior, number 40, Morgan Slatton. So for Van Far, it's Johnson, Wilburn, Middleton, Hansen, and Slatton, the starters for Coach Pat Conaway.
10 players in the starting lineup, 9 of them seniors. So experienced players on both clubs, and they know each other very well as they played over the years. As we said, the last 16 games, they've split it 8-8. And we expect a rock'em sock'em affair. Of course, you know, I don't know how much revenge actually comes back. I think maybe payback might be a better word. Van Far is looking to pay back Bowling Green for what happened on Saturday night. And we'll see if they've got the horsepower to do it here on this Thursday night EMO conference game.
We'll take one more quick break, come back with your tip-off after they introduce the players on the floor. Hear from Van Far on Eagle 102.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, the Mercantile Bank, and Bowling Green Tractor.
Introducing the players on the floor now. A little delay before that, but now they're getting to it. And both of these teams kind of low-key with the introductions a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know if it's all business or what. You know, you usually see a little excitement in the pregame introductions. Bowling Green in their road blacks with red numbers and gray trim. Van Far in their home whites with yellow numbers and yellow or black numbers and yellow trim, and that recognizable, what would you call that, mosaic,
like a honeycomb or something,
Indian mosaic on their shoulders.
Yeah, a little choreography with the Deontay Fleming at the end of the Bowling Green line, but no choreography on the Van Far side.
All business, and we'll see how it goes. Bowling Green will move from our right to our left. If you're listening to us on the radio, we're on the stage near the benches. You can hear particularly what's going on the Bowling Green bench. And it looks like Niemeyer will jump center against Colin Wilburn. They have a little chit-chat before the opening time. Like I say, these guys know each other.
Oh, they're still talking.
Yeah, they're talking about pizza orders, I bet you. Glad to have you with us.
Now Colin's telling Burnell where to go. Oh, and he's one of my favorites.
And Bowling, Van Far, I should say, will control the opening tip. Johnson runs the offense. They need him to do some stuff tonight. Slatton with it now, left wing to Hansen. Hansen now to Middleton outside the arc near the half-court stripe. Bowling Green straight up man-to-man. Johnson on a pick and roll with Wilburn, gets it to the paint and throws it away. First turnover stolen by Callahan. He's going to the glass. His layup's up and good. Callahan with a purpose that time scores the layup. Middleton back quickly for Van Far. They're not going to sit and wait much in this game, folks, so don't leave the radio. Slatton, right wing now to Johnson. Johnson headed the key to Hansen. He'll fire a three. It's off the front of the rim. No good. Wilburn with the rebound. His putback's up and good, and he's going to be fouled. Niemeyer with the foul from behind. And Cullen Wilburn will score the first two.
Wilburn's got that man strength.
He does, and he's grown some, I think. Niemeyer with the first foul, since last year, I should say. He'll fire the first one. It's off the back of the rim, off the backboard, no good. Bowling Green with the rebound. They get it to Dieters. He's going to hustle it up the floor. It won't go. Wilburn with another rebound for Van Far. He's going to ask you where his brother went to school if you know, so think about that. You can tell me that as we go along here. Wilburn outside the arc. He'll hand it off to Johnson, and they'll reset the offense. We're tied at 2. Wilburn's going to pull up from 3. Back to rim, no good. Rebound to Starks. He'll push it up the floor, and Johnson tracks him down from behind and steals it. Back comes Verdell. He'll drive, and he runs into Callahan, and it's an offensive foul. Good defense. Callahan's good at that. He gets in defensive position as good as most and picks up the offensive foul.
Central Methodist.
Is that where he went?
Yes, it is.
Good for you. You cheated, though. You're supposed to have that in that.
You ask me things. You ask me things, and I freeze up.
Makes you nervous, I guess. Back on the offensive end, Worley right wing to Dieters. Run a little shuffle cut. Gets the man-to-man defense. Both teams playing man. Dieters gets it into the paint. His shot's no good. Didn't quite get it on, but he's going to be fouled. And Sam Middleton will pick up the foul. And to the free throw line.
Well, we're on pace for more fouls than the girls' game.
I would certainly expect that to be the case. Especially both teams playing man as Dieters' first free throw short. Just nicks the front of the rim. He'll get a second. We're still tied at 2 as Dieters makes the second. And with 6 minutes to play in the first, Bowling Green on top 3-2. Middleton with it now, guarded by Callahan. They whip it around the horn now to Johnson. Johnson guarded by Worley. Down to 5:45. Hanson has it here right below us in the corner now to Wilburn. Wilburn dribbles out of that corner to Middleton. Middleton to Johnson between the circles. Left wing to Slatton. Slatton hands it off to Hanson. Van Far being more patient than we saw on Saturday night for sure as Wilburn lost his footing but kept his dribble. Man, looks like he might have hurt something there, but he's up without any indication of injury. And Middleton will reset it for the Indians to Johnson. Johnson looks for the pick and roll. Now drives baseline, gets to the glass, up, no good. And we got a whistle on a foul. Foul's going to go on Worley. And Johnson will go to the line and get 2 shots.
Cameron's first, team second. Now, I do remember that Caden Wilburn playing JV this year, trying to get to the big club at CMU.
There you go. And they, believe it or not, they don't call it JV anymore at Central Methodist. They call it the reserve.
Well, there you go.
They've got a black reserve team and a green reserve team, and don't ask me how they differentiate between the two. I have no earthly idea. Second free throw's off the back of the rim, but Johnson goes and gets his own rebound to Middleton. He's open for 3. It's off the rim, no good. Long rebound kicked out. Callahan has it. He turns on the Jets. He's going to the glass. It's partially blocked, but Niemeyer with the rebound. It won't go. Johnson with it. Johnson heads the other way. He loses his footing. It's on the floor. This is more about what we expected. A little up and down wildness in this game. To the glass, Dieters. It won't go. Slatton with the rebound, and he's going to be bumped by Starks. And
Michael's first.
Third team foul. We're tied at 3. A lot of action. Not a whole lot of scoring so far. Johnson into the front court. Right wing to Middleton as they run this motion offense against the man-to-man. Middleton's open. He's going to be Callahan's going to flatten Slatton on the pick as he was trying to get Middleton free.
That probably happened on the football field before.
You think they met before?
Yeah.
I'm guessing you're right. Johnson to throw it in. Baseline right side for the Indians. He's got Slatton all alone. He'll shoot the layup. Morgan Slatton with his first bucket of the night, and it's a 5-3 lead for Van Far. Callahan into the front court now to Starks between the circles. He'll try and penetrate in, stop and pop from 15. Good.
That's a pretty shot from Michael.
Mid-range jumpers are a thing of the past, but Starks shows it can still be done. Hanson with it over near on the far sideline, now between the circles to Middleton. To Slatton. Slatton right wing to Johnson. Johnson has the key to Hanson. Hanson now to Slatton. One thing we might mention in that, wasn't it in the championship game? No, that was in the Clopton game where Hanson got banged up and didn't come back.
That's right.
But he's back at full strength, it looks like. Now Johnson has it stolen away by Worley. Bowling Green look to run. Up to Niemeyer, and he's going to run over Middleton, and it's a charge. A lot of action and another charge. That will be 2 on Big George. Will they take him out? That could be a key factor in this game as well. Down to 3:29 to play in the first. 5-all to score. Middleton to Wilburn, left wing now to Hanson. Deontay Fleming will come in for Niemeyer at the next break. Hanson now between the circles to Johnson. Johnson to Middleton. In the high post now to Wilburn. Wilburn steps out beyond the arc, hands it off to Slayton. He'll give it back to Hanson. Down to 2:58 to play, and now we're going to have an illegal pick on Slatton.
Morgan's first, team's third. So both, now Bowling Green with 5 fouls, Van Far with 3.
Fleming in. Also in for Van Far is Aiden Lawrence for the Indians. Slatton will take a seat. Into the front court now. Still man-to-man by Van Far. High post to Fleming. He dribbles out of trouble, gets it to Worley. He slashes down the lane. It's going to be swatted out of his hands and goes out of bounds. Back to Bowling Green. 2:40 to play in the first. We're tied at 5. Starks triggers it into Fleming in the near corner. To Dieters. To Worley now. He'll drive into the paint. He loses the handle. Stolen by Johnson. Second turnover of the game for Bowling Green. Johnson into the front court. He's got Hanson. Head of the key for 3. It's good. Riley Hanson with the first 3 ball by either club tonight. And the biggest lead is 3 at 8-5. Callahan thought about the 3 in the near corner. Puts it on the floor. Reverse dribbles. Tries to penetrate in. Has it swatted away. It's loose. And now I think he's going to be whistled for the foul as he dove after the loose ball. And so that will be 2 on Callahan now for Bowling Green. Early foul trouble for the Cats. Niemeyer already on the bench with 2. 2:04 to play in the first. 8-5. Van Far on top. The entry pass is deflected by Worley, goes out of bounds. And Van Far will have it underneath their own basket, left side of the paint. Johnson to trigger it in. He'll get it to Wilburn and take the handoff right back in the corner. Now he penetrates into the lane. His shot's up, no good. Rebounds loose. Worley will come away with it. He breaks out, gets it to Dieters. He's ahead of the pack. Up and under layups, no good now. It rattled around. Worley tried to dunk it, but that's going to be basket interference as it was still on the ring.
Well, maybe they will try and dunk tonight.
Yeah, that was going to be a try. You got to let it get out of the ring. So Van Far back with it with 1:30 to play in the first. Johnson to Middleton, right corner now to Lawrence. In the paint to Johnson. He'll shoot it from the block. It's partially blocked. Worley with the rebound. He dribbles up the right sideline, gets it to Dieters. Dieters drives baseline. His fadeaway jumper's off the mark, no good. Wilburn with the rebound to Hanson. He hustles back up the left sideline, and now they'll slow things down with 1:10 to play in the quarter. Johnson to Lawrence. Lawrence with the glow-in-the-dark orange shoes on. Looks for some help now, gets it to Middleton. To Hanson. Down under a minute now to play. And not the scoring affair we saw in the first matchup. Low scoring game here in this first quarter. Down to 43 seconds to play. Middleton runs into Worley, doesn't get the call. Could have been an offensive foul fairly easily there. But they hand it off to Johnson, and he still dribbles down to 26. Looks like they may play for one. Had the key to Middleton. As soon as I say that, he's going to drive in and shoot it. Front of him, no good. Don't quite understand all that. To Dieters. Dieters has got Fleming, and Fleming can't handle the pass, so skip it out to Worley. Worley with 11, pulls up from the left elbow off the backboard, no good. Dieters with the rebound, down to 6. Down to 5. He takes a look at the clock. He's going to penetrate in. Now he's got Worley open for 3. Had the key. It's good. At the buzzer, Cameron Worley with the first 3 of the night. We're tied at 8. This is the high school game of the week on Eagle 102.
McCoy Blossom Funeral Homes and Crematory is a 100% family-owned and operated business with locations in Troy, Hawk Point, and coming soon to Bowling Green, with groundbreaking coming this February. Jim and Mary Blossom, along with daughters Lisa Blossom Payne and Sarah Blossom Horn, offer full-service funeral services with the only crematory in Pike and Lincoln County. There to help when you need them. McCoy Blossom Funeral Homes and Crematory. Visit online at mccoyblossomfh.com.
It's the Polaris New Year's sales event going on now at Hayden's Motorsports Center in Frankfort. Here's to you, the intrepid explorers, driven doers, and off-road adrenaline addicts. Thanks for making Polaris America's best-selling off-road brand. They're celebrating with low financing and savings up to $3,500 during the big Polaris New Year's sales event at Hayden's Motorsports Center in Frankfort. Offers valid in the United States through 2/29/20 on new 2016 through 2020 vehicles. Subject to credit approval. Offers vary by model. See dealers for details. Always wear a helmet. Never drink and ride.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Well, it looks like they want to get up and down a little bit more, but not so much on the scoring.
Yeah, ball hasn't exactly gone in the hole, but the defense has been pretty good. Problem for Bowling Green is they've got 2 guys with 2 fouls and 16 fouls, so Van Far will shoot free throws this entire second quarter. The Cats have it to start the second. And it looks like the original starting lineup in, with the exception of Fleming for Niemeyer for Bowling Green. A couple of subs in for Van Far is Latrell Wright in instead of the starter, along with Aiden Lawrence, along with Wilburn, Middleton, and Johnson. Bowling Green showing some patience. Worley's open for 3. He'll drain another one. That one from deep. Cameron Worley heating up. He's got 6. That's the biggest lead of the game for Bowling Green at 11-8. Johnson now right wing to Middleton to Johnson. Left side now to Wright. Had the key to Johnson on a pick and roll with Wilburn. To Middleton right wing. Middleton now looks, drives right baseline to the short corner. His shot's blocked by Starks. Ball's loose. Middleton comes up with the loose ball and misses. To Worley. He tries to get it ahead to pack to Dieters. It deflects to Fleming, and he'll save it in. And stolen away by Wright. Wright turns around, throws it away. Stolen by Fleming. So back comes Bowling Green into the corner. That's Callahan. He's open for 3, in and out, no good. Worley with the offensive glass, up and good. Cameron Worley's got 8. All of a sudden, all in the last 2 minutes of this game. And it's 13-8 Bowling Green. Johnson, left wing, now to Wilburn. Wilburn on the left block, kicks it to Middleton. He ball fakes, he gets Starks in the air, and ooh, a dangerous fall by Michael Starks.
He looks like he's okay.
He sprung right up. That could have been bad.
Yeah, you can hurt a shoulder or wrist really easily flying like that.
But with the foul, which will be Starks' second, that'll send Middleton to the free throw line, and it'll be a 1-on-1 opportunity. The senior fires a first. It's good. He'll get a second. 13-9, Bowling Green on top. Middleton with the second. It's on the mark and good. Lawrence will take a seat. Slatton back in for Van Far. Lead down to 3. 13-10. Full court man pressure this time by Van Far. They allow the inbounds pass, however, as Middleton backs off of Dieters. He'll get it in the front court with 6 minutes to play in the half. Worley open on the left wing, drops it inside to Fleming on the block. He penetrates to the paint, nowhere to go. Now he's going to have to get out, and he doesn't get out, and it's 3 seconds. Stood there and took his sweet time and was whistled for the violation. 4th turnover gives it back to Van Far. Johnson now into the front court to Middleton. Back to Johnson in the near corner. He'll wait for a pick from Wilburn. He'll pull up from 3 off the front rim, no good. Callahan with the rebound. He'll get it out. He takes it to the glass, up and just off the mark. But Middleton with the rebound. Gets it to Wilburn. He has to run away from Fleming to Middleton for 3. No good. Wilburn with the rebound. It's swatted off his foot, and he'll track it down over on the far sideline. Back to Slatton. And Middleton's going the other way, and Johnson saves the day to keep him from going out of bounds as Slatton threw it to him. Middleton had left the premises. Down to 5 minutes here in the half. Slatton between the circles. They work it around. Now to Johnson. Johnson to Wilburn in the block, and he'll be fouled by Fleming.
First on Deontay.
But back to the free throw line.
Yeah, 8th foul against Bowling Green.
Wilburn will shoot free throws this time.
Matt McDaniel comes in for the Bobcats.
So
Fleming came out.
He did. Wilburn to the line, and he'll get a 1-1, and it's off the mark. Starks with the rebound. Into the front court now, between the legs dribble, gets in the paint. Right corner for 3 from Dieters. Back to the rim, no good. Johnson with the long rebound. He's going to take it to the glass. It's up and good. Erdell Johnson with one of those Euro step things scores a layup. Dieters back quickly, and he makes a wild pass to McDaniel, and it goes out of bounds. Back to Van Far. Turnovers are even at 5. 4:35 to play in the half. 13-12, Bowling Green still on top. Johnson walks it across the timeline now, trying to catch his breath. To Wilburn. Wilburn outside the arc to Slatton. Slatton to Johnson. Guarded by Worley. Middleton. To Slatton, left wing to Hanson. They're going to give it to Riddell as Coach Pat Conaway saying run it again. They'll get it to Hanson, left wing, now in the high post to Wilburn. Look for a backdoor cut from Middleton, nothing doing. Wilburn's going to penetrate in, drops it down low to Slatton. His shot's no good, but we got a whistle and a foul, and that'll be 3 on Austin Callahan.
Fleming back off the bench.
2 shots for Slatton this time. And Callahan will go to the bench with 3 fouls. It's off the mark. Niemeyer's been there with 2 since midway through the first quarter. However, Van Far not able to take advantage from the free throw line so far. Slatton will get a second.
Do you think that's more of a what Bowling Green wants to do now versus what they want to do later? Or
I don't think Bowling Green wants to be in foul trouble.
Well, no, definitely not. But as far as which one sits and which one stays
I'm
in.
sure that's right. Yeah, you save one, and most of the time you can play with 2. Is Starks goes to the bucket, takes a bang, but scores it off the glass. Nice move by Michael, and it's back to a 2-point lead. Middleton now to Johnson. They whip it around to Lawrence, who checked back in the game at the last dead ball as well for Van Far. Hanson has it now to Lawrence, right wing to Johnson. Johnson gets it to Wilburn. He catches on the block and scores. That looks like what they want to do is try and get it inside to Wilburn, as right now he's the offensive threat on the floor inside against the lesser experienced McDaniel, with both Callahan and Niemeyer on the bench in a little bit of foul trouble.
George getting ready to come back in, though.
Down to 3 minutes to play here in the first half. We're tied at 15. McDowell on the left elbow in the corner to Fleming. To Worley, back to Fleming. Fleming's not going to shoot from out there. He'll pass it back to Worley. Worley directs some traffic. Guarded by Johnson to Fleming. He is going to shoot from three. It's way off the mark. And Hanson has the rebound swatted out of his hand. And it'll go back to Van Far. And Niemeyer will return. McDonald will take a seat for the Cats. We're tied at 15, 2:35. Man, a low-scoring game. Unbelievable. Bowling Green scored 66 points in the first matchup. They're not getting anywhere close to that. Middleton drives in the paint, has nowhere to go, skips it to Johnson for three. Right wing, no good. Starks with the rebound. Out to Dieters. He penetrates in and throws it away. Another turnover by Dieters. I like the pace. I like what Bowling Green's trying to do. You know, we talked about it at Montgomery about their slow pace and how athletic they are. They've been getting out and going in the Bowling Green tournament and here. Now they got to just start taking care of the basketball a little better.
Exactly.
That's the sixth turnover of the game. We're down to 2 minutes to play here in the half. Tied at 15. Johnson's going to fire from three. Hedeke. It's an air ball. And saved in by Hanson, but Bowling Green gets it. And who are they going to say? They're going to say Starks touched it, but he was standing on the end line for Bowling Green. So Van Far will have it underneath their own hoop with 1:54 to play in the half.
Yeah, Van Far wasn't getting any bounces either in that last meeting. They're getting a few of those tonight.
Johnson gets it into Wilburn outside the arc. He'll give it back to Middleton. They'll reset it with 1:50 to play. Middleton to Johnson. Goes through his hands, so he'll have to get it to Middleton. Quickly over to Hanson on the left wing. He'll cross over against Dieters. Nowhere to go. To Johnson out the center court circle. Call a new play. Middleton had a chance to get it into Wilburn, but didn't. Pounded into him. See if he can get Niemeyer his third foul. On the give and go, Lawrence drops it underneath to Johnson. His shot's no good. He's going to be fouled, and that's going to be three on Michael Starks.
They just keep piling up for Bowling Green, and quickly off the bench is Drew Bowen.
Ruh-roh is what I'd say for Bowling Green.
Yeah.
Riddell will go to the line. He'll get two shots. With 1:22 to play in the half. First one's good. And the lead is 16-15. He'll get a second. It's on the way, and it's good. We've got a timeout on the floor. 17-15. 1:22 to play in the first half. You're listening to High School Game of the Week on Eagle 102.
Tri-County Care Center in Vandalia provides quality extended stay nursing care to seniors, offering physical, occupational, and speech therapy, helping some rehab to home. Private and semi-private rooms are featured and openings are now available. Tri-County Care Center also has 2 openings available in their Alzheimer's unit. Please call for more information or to schedule an on-site visit. Tri-County Care Center, 601 North Galloway Road in Vandalia.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Air Evac, Spring Hollow Coffee, and J&D Tire and Auto.
Well, they waved off that last free throw by Verdell Johnson on a lane violation. Mark's going to spin it back and show us that on instant replay. Have you got that figured out yet?
Well, I've got it figured out. I just haven't implemented it.
Okay, there you go. Touche, Jim Ross. 1:22 to play in the half. 16-15. Bowling Green will have it out of the timeout. Just the first timeout by either club in this game. And it looks like Van Far is going to come out in that token man-to-man pressure. Actually, they're going to go into a 2-2-1 zone and try and slow Bowling Green down a little bit. Fleming whips it in the corner to Niemeyer. Back to Fleming in the front court. To Worley. Down to 1:05. Dieters now has it between the circles. Left wing to Fleming. Now to Bowen, who checked in for Starks. Dieters open from three. It's off the mark, no good. He hadn't found the distance yet. Johnson comes back. He takes it to the glass, and it's going to be a blocking foul called on Fleming.
That's going to be the second on Deontay.
It is, and back to the free throw line will go Johnson. And he'll get 2 shots. 10 team fouls on Bowling Green, just 3 on Van Far. First free throw's up and good. Johnson will get a second. He's got 5 here in this first half. Makes this, it'll match the biggest lead of the game for Van Far in the first half of 3. He's got it. And Morgan Slatton back in. Lawrence will take a seat for Van Far. Down to 48 seconds to play in the half. 18-15 the score. Van Far on top. Back to man for the Indians. Leaders across the timeline. To Bowen, left wing, now near corner to Niemeyer, back to Dieters. Dieters on the dribble. He's got Bowen right wing. He can shoot the 3. Got to pay attention to him. To Fleming, down to 25 to play in the half. To Dieters, dribbles with the left hand into the paint. His runner off the glass, no good. We've got a whistle and a foul. Foul's going to go on Middleton. That'll be his second. And Dieters, Gavin will go to the line and shoot 2 shots. He's 1 for 2 so far. It's off the mark and no good. He'll get a second. 20.7 to play here in the half.
He's been the only Bobcat to go to the line so far in this first half.
That he has. And he can't find the range again. He's 1 for 4. And it's 18-15. Back comes Van Far. Johnson gets it to Wilburn in the post area with 8, and he traveled.
Yeah, a couple of those big hops sideways, and
6th turnover of the game. As Middleton will take a seat with those 2 fouls, they'll get him out. Latrell Wright will return. Lawrence will come in. Johnson will take a seat as well. 6.5 seconds. They'll throw it in, and Worley will let it bounce.
He hit the 3 to tie it at the end of the first quarter.
On a pick and roll, he's going to try and penetrate. Gets it to Bowen. Bowen back to Worley. He'll shoot a fadeaway 3 at the buzzer, and that's good. You got to be kidding me. Over on the sideline, a fadeaway. Kind of just threw it up, but it was nothing but net, and we are tied at half. 18-18 our score. Nothing's been decided. Your halftime show's next on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 halftime report is coming up, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center.
With winter weather upon us, remember One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your warm, dry place to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green to schedule your appointment and inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex, just off VFW Road in Bowling Green. Compare the bottom line and you'll find shocking everyday low prices at County Market in Vandalia. Never pay more than you need to. Get the best weekly specials every time you visit. Check out the wonderful deli department and let the friendly staff help with any questions you may have. From steaks to seafood and everything in between, selections are plentiful in every aisle. Enjoy your shopping experience when you visit them. County Market, Highway 54 West, Vandalia.
Bank from anywhere with Bank of Louisiana's new Freedom Checking account. No minimum balance, no monthly fees, and free access to all of their mobile and online banking services. Bank on your own terms with Freedom Checking from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Home data rates may apply. Check with your carrier for details. Freedom Checking from Bank of Louisiana.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. It's now time for the Eagle 102 halftime report, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center.
Well, if you're down 3 in the final seconds, make sure to give it to Cameron Worley. He's hit buzzer beaters to end the first and second quarter, tying the game both times. First at 8 and now at 18 as both teams score 10 in the second quarter.
Last one of the desperation variety over on the far sideline from about, 19, 22, 23 feet.
Something like that.
Kind of a fadeaway. I got to get rid of it shot that hit nothing but net.
Yeah, it splashed home almost as if he planned to shoot it from there. But pretty entertaining, low-scoring first half. A lot of fouls for Bowling Green. That seems to be the story so far.
It is players in foul trouble. Michael Starks with 3, Austin Callahan with 3, Deontay Fleming with 2, George Niemeyer with 2. George spent the better part of the last half of the first quarter and most of the second quarter on the bench. And but having said that, the free throw differential not as bad as one might think, as Van Far missed the front end of a couple of one-on-ones in that first half. So we're tied at 18. You want to take a look at the scoring?
Sure. First for Van Far, they have 2 first-half points for Sam Middleton, 3 each for Riley Hansen and Morgan Slatton, 4 points for Colin Wilburn, 6 for Bradell Johnson. Did you tally up the free throws?
7 for 10 for Van Far.
And then for Bowling Green, they didn't go to the line quite as much. In fact, Gavin Dieters was the only one to head to the free throw line. He was just 1 of 4, 1 point in the first half, 2 for Austin Callahan, 4 for Michael Starks, and 11 for Cameron Worley, including 3 from beyond the arc.
Yeah, 3 3-pointers, only 1 3 for Van Far. Riley Hansen hit that. Middleton hadn't got untracked at all with just 2 points. And that's, if you look at the score, 18-18 in the varsity boys basketball game, I think you could probably say not hardly anybody got untracked, with the exception of Cameron Worley, as he's got 11 of the 18 points for Bowling Green here in the first half.
And really, there hasn't been a whole lot of misses while the clock's running. Obviously not as great when the clock is stopped, but just not a whole lot of shots being taken in this first half. A lot of balls stripped away. Errant passes. There's quite a few turnovers both directions.
6 each, 6 by each team. So, yeah, that's quite a few for the first half.
So you can say that defense ruled the first 2 quarters.
It did. And, we talked a little bit in the pregame how we knew Van Far was going to want to lock down the defense a little better than they did on Saturday night. Bowling Green played well defensively, and they picked up right where they left off. Thus, the low-scoring 18-18 halftime score.
2 quarters in the books. We'll take a break, come back with more of the Cellular and Satellite Center halftime report after this on Eagle 102.
Get connected to a fast-paced world with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, an authorized U.S. cellular dealer, along with Dish Network, DirecTV, Viasat, and HughesNet high-speed internet packages. Cellular and Satellite Center also carries a variety of TVs and accessories and install security systems. Get connected today with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
The staff at Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice are your neighbors. Here are just a few of the programs they have to offer. Baby basics, breastfeeding peer counseling, natural nurses, car seat safety, farm safety for kids, maternal and child health, safe sitter courses, and WIC, plus much more. Pike County Health Department is a not-for-profit organization as it is funded by tax dollars. So when you use their services, you're putting your tax dollars to work. To keep up to date, be sure to like them on Facebook. Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice, located in Bowling Green.
There's a lot at stake this Valentine's Day. Show your special someone how much you care with a visit to Wood Smoked Meats in Bowling Green for their big Valentine's steak special. Ribeyes, $11.99 a pound. Sirloin, $6.49 a pound. KC strip steaks, just $8.95 a pound. Fillets, $21.95 a pound. And T-bone is the bone, Dad, only $8.95 a pound. Sale price is good Tuesday the 11th through Friday the 14th only. Wood Smoked Meats, Business Highway 54 West, Bowling Green.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Family Drug, and Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice.
Well, kind of a short schedule tonight, unless there were some other reschedules. Clopton hosting Montgomery and girls action. The guys will play tomorrow. Bowling Green's at Monroe City tomorrow, and then they'll play in the Supervan Shootout on Saturday. And what else do we have? Van Far will host Mark Twain boys and girls tomorrow. Silex at Wright City. Louisiana hosting Wellsville Middletown. And Ellsbury at North Callaway. Ellsbury girls are playing at North Callaway tonight, so a couple of long drives for the Indians and Lady Indians tomorrow.
I believe it's court warming at Louisiana, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll see the Queen crowning. I heard that last commercial. Why don't you go pick us up a couple of those steaks from Wood Smoked Meats that are on sale?
Oh,
huh?
if I, If I had steak money, that's why I'm here.
If you'll buy them, I'll cook them.
Well, I like grilling.
Come on, you got to play along.
Yeah.
Help a brother out here, would you?
You got the deep pockets. You buy, I'll cook. How about that? 18-18 after 2 quarters here from Van Far. Pretty entertaining night of basketball so far. We had 3 solid quarters in the girls' game. Bowling Green with a 16-0 fourth quarter to beat Van Far in that one. And now a game that's been tied basically throughout this first 2 quarters of basketball.
Yeah, the Bowling Green girls went at 55-40. And, think about that. The Bowling Green girls scored 16 points in the fourth quarter, and both boys teams have only scored 18 points in 2 quarters.
It's definitely been a different feel tonight than it was on Saturday night at Bowling Green.
And it's not because of lack of trying to go up and down, because both teams have gone when they've had the opportunity, sometimes when they haven't had the opportunity, to try and force the pace of this game. But as you said earlier, just not a lot of balls going in the basket, a number of turnovers, a bunch of fouls for Bowling Green anyway, 10 in the first half, only 3 or 4 on Van Far. So we'll see what both coaches have drawn up, how they're going to adjust in the second half as both teams are back on the floor, and we'll be back with that second half after this on Eagle 102.
With winter weather upon us, remember One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your warm, dry place to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green to schedule your appointment and inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex, just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Bowling Green Insurance Agency can assist in all the insurance coverage you may need. With the proper insurance coverage, you can stop sweating the small stuff and enjoy life. Bowling Green Insurance Agency is one of the leading insurance agencies in the Pike County area. Give them a chance and they'll prove it. Call Fred Carlson and get a quote. Bowling Green Insurance Agency. If you happen to find yourself looking for somewhere new to get your vehicle serviced, Pogue Ford in Bowling Green is here to remind you they can handle all brands of vehicles. However, if you have GM or Chrysler warranty, they will shuttle those to their sister Hannibal locations to make sure your warranty stays intact. Pogue Ford, serving the communities they call home. Pogue Ford, Business Highway 61 South in Bowling Green. They'll be there for you when the sun comes up.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Veolia Landscaping Supply, Meyer Implement, and Calumet of Missouri.
18-all. Van Far will have it to start the second half. Biggest lead of the game, 5 for Bowling Green, 3 for Van Far. And let's see if either one of these teams can get untracked here in this second half. Original starting lineup back in the game for both teams. Bowling Green with a little foul trouble, as we said. Starks with 3, Callahan with 3, and Niemeyer with 2. Bowling Green comes out in a man-to-man, just like we saw in the first half. Wilburn backs into the near corner now. Will get it to Johnson. They'll work it around the horn all the way to Hanson. Hanson back to Wilburn. He'll fire from the head of the key, and it almost pinned and stuck, and then rolled in for the first three-pointer of the night for Colin Wilburn. Back comes Bowling Green quickly. Wilburn, or check that, Worley gets it to Dieters in between the circles. They'll have their first offensive possession of the game. Starks right here in front of us to Dieters. Dieters at the head of the key. Niemeyer on a pick and roll. They try and jump double, nothing doing there, to Starks. Starks will drive right baseline, loses the handle a little bit, so he'll grab the handle and get it back to Dieters. This is the defense we talked about. They get settled in. It's pretty good half-court defense as Wilburn shades and does a good job. Back to Starks. His 3-ball does a 360, and then the outlet pass is stolen by Bowling Green. Dieters goes in. His shot's no good. Worley with the rebound, and he falls to the floor with a travel.
Bowling Green folks wanted a foul. Not going to happen on this play.
Wild exchange. Worley probably lucky he didn't get an over-the-back call on that rebound. So Van Far will maintain possession, leading 21-18 on the Wilburn 3 to start the second half. Wilburn has it now, gives it to Hanson. Hanson to to Johnson. Johnson posting up in the high post now. Tries to take Worley to the hoop. On the block, he throws up a wild one. It won't go. Worley with the rebound. He dribbles out of trouble, and Johnson's going to be whistled for the foul.
Second on Verdell, first on Van Far here in the second half.
Will the fouls turn around? That'll be interesting to see as well in this second half. It tends to be the case usually. And Bowling Green will have it in the backcourt. Dieters walks it into the front court now, trailing by 3. We've played 2 minutes. Worley open from 3, head of the key, off the front of the rim, rattles around. Callahan with the tip in, and it goes down. Got one hand on it, and it rolled over the front of the rim. And it's 21-20 Van Far. Johnson hurries into the front court now. They work it to Hanson on the left wing. On a pick and roll with Slatton. To Wilburn now, out near the center court stripe. He'll hand it off to Johnson. Johnson takes a look as Van Far is going to slow the pace, looks like a little bit, and show some patience. We've seen a lot of that tonight. Hanson loses the handle. He's going to try to get it into Wilburn, stolen away by Bowling Green. Callahan heads the other way. He goes to the glass, and he's going to be tripped up by Slatton.
Second on Morgan.
Bowling Green will have it underneath their own basket, left side of the paint. Starks to throw it in. Starks looks, gets it to Dieters. Dieters, and we've got a carry on Dieters. Kind of an unassuming turnover there. It wasn't even going anywhere. But whistled for the turnover nonetheless. Van Far back on the offensive attack. Hanson running a little wee with Johnson. They'll get it to Middleton between the circles now. He'll dribble to the right wing to Wilburn. Wilburn fakes the 3, now gets it to Johnson. Johnson guarded by Worley on a pick and roll with Slatton. Penetrates in the paint, kicks it in the corner to Middleton. His 3 ball is on the way. It's off the front rim, no good. Rebounds deflected out. Middleton will come to the way of the loose ball. He goes to the glass, up and good. It was a double clutch shot that time by Sam Middleton. And Van Far has matches their biggest lead at 3. Backdoor cut now to Dieters. He'll put it up off the glass and good. Gavin Dieters with his first field goal of the game. And it's 23-22. Back come the Indians. Johnson on the left wing. Head of the key to Hanson. Penetrates in, drops to Wilburn in the short corner left side. Nothing doing there. Down to 4:10 to play in the third. 23-22 our score. Van Far on top. It's been a back and forth game from the outset. Johnson to the paint with a 10-foot runner, and it goes down. Verdell Johnson's got 8. And it's 25-22, I should say. Starks now on the far sideline for Bowling Green. And they try and lob it inside to Niemeyer. He wasn't looking. The turnover gives it back to Van Far. He turned his head to go pick. Or set a screen, I guess would be the appropriate terminology. And the turnover gives it back to Van Far. Johnson now looks for a double screen at the head of the key. Splits the double team. Now tries to force it inside. It gets to Wilburn somehow. His shot's up. Good. Count the bucket and the foul. Colin Wilburn with a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play. And the lead grows to 5. Bowen in the game. Starks will take a seat. That is his 4th foul.
Yes, it is. And that is big-time trouble. He's a good ball handler.
Colin Wilburn has 9. And the first one's off the mark. Johnson with the offensive rebound. His putback won't go. Slatton nearly had it, but it's swatted away out of his hand. And Callahan comes away with the loose ball rebound for Bowling Green to Dieters. Dieters works into the front court. Hands it off to Bowen. Back to Dieters. Dieters guarded by Hanson. Dribbles out of trouble now on a pick and roll with Worley. Worley takes the pass right here in front of us. Has Niemeyer, drops it to him on the pick and roll. Niemeyer to the block. It's up and good. George Niemeyer with his first 2 points of the night as he spent much of the first half on the bench in foul trouble. Back comes Wilburn for the bucket. It's up and good. Colin Wilburn's flexing his muscles here in the second half. Up and down we go. 25 to 29, 24, 5-point lead. Worley now crosses over, gets to the paint, drops it to Niemeyer. It goes off his fingertips and stolen by Johnson. He'll get it ahead to Middleton. He stops and flips it up and scores and gets a push in the back. They'll count the bucket.
I think that's going to be the fourth on Callahan.
Oh, is it on Callahan? Yep, it is on Callahan. His fourth and a timeout on the floor. 2:15 to play in the third. Biggest lead of the night for Van Far, 31-24. You're listening to High School Game of the Week on Eagle 102.
Proudly serving the area with a commitment to caring since 1892. Waters Funeral Home in Vandalia. Waters Funeral Home is very supportive and compassionate, thoughtful, and caring. They value your family's needs and give the utmost professionalism expected in your time of need, going above and beyond to serve you and the community. Call or visit online at watersfuneral.com. Since 1892, Waters Funeral Home in Vandalia.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Ingram Plumbing, Bowling Green Pharmacy, and Mid-America Auto and Towing.
Well, Bowling Green needs to get it back together here. Charlie Bowen's going to come in to replace Callahan after he picks up his fourth. Michael Starks has picked up his fourth here in the third quarter and running out of answers.
Yeah, a 7-point lead. Bowling Green's turned it over 4 times here in the third quarter. As Deontay Fleming will come in for Bowling Green. And they're in a peck of trouble. When you've scored as few points as have been scored in this game, a 7-point lead's a pretty good size lead, and Milton can make it 8 with the free throw.
Well, Bowen won't come in yet. Drew's still in there. I think Coach changed his mind, went back to Deontay instead of.
Well, Bowen's in the game. Drew's in the game.
The other Bowen.
Right. Middleton to the line. And he'll rattle home the free throw. And the lead grows to 8, 32-24. Bobcats need a bucket. Down to 2:05 to play in the third. Milton, or check that. Dieters guarded by Milton, hands it off to Bowen. Bowen looks for some help now to Worley. Worley to Dieters. Dieters crosses it over, nearly turns it over, throws it out to Bowen. He'll shoot the three. It's front of him, no good. Rebounds loose, and Lawrence, who came in during the timeout, gets the rebound and turns it over. Worley now has it in the corner. He'll drive left baseline. He'll pull up and shoot it from 8. No good. Fleming with the rebound. He'll go up, and we've got a whistle and a foul.
Going to be the third on Verdell.
Yep, that's who they're going to call on. I had a little conversation. That's why I was waiting. So Bowling Green to have it underneath their own basket. Minute 34 to play in the third. Bowen to throw it in. He'll get it to Niemeyer in the near corner to Dieters. Dieters hands it off to Bowen, back to Worley. Worley on a pick and roll with Niemeyer, but he'll just shoot the deep three, and it's good. Man, he's had the shooting touch from long range. That was another deep one, about 22 feet. And it's 32-27, down to a minute 10 to play in the third. Van Far still with the lead. Johnson to Middleton. Middleton between the circles to Lawrence. Left wing now to Hanson. Hanson, under a minute to play in the quarter. To Johnson. Back to Hanson. He'll shoot the three left corner. It's no good. Lawrence with the rebound. He'll go up in the crowd. His putback's up and good. Aiden Lawrence, and we've got a timeout on the floor. 34-27, Van Far leads it. This is the high school game of the week on Eagle 102.
Get connected to a fast-paced world with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, an authorized U.S. cellular dealer, along with Dish Network, DirecTV, Viasat, and HughesNet high-speed internet packages. Cellular and Satellite Center also carries a variety of TVs and accessories and installs security systems. Get connected today with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Hinky Construction, Midwest Pest Professionals, and Perkins Electrical Service.
47.9 seconds to go in the third quarter. Van Far was opening up a nice little lead, but now another three from Worley makes it a 34-27 game.
Worley with 14 in the game, and they're going to need more of that from the senior. Returning all-conference player. He's had another good season for Bowling Green. But they trail by 7. The Cats will have it after the Van Far timeout. Looks like it's going to be a straight-up man. He charges. Ran over the top of Middleton.
Louisiana and Bowling Green. Pike County Memorial Hospital. Community owned, nationally known.
Grab your camera, grab your friends, and grab the most recent issue of the Eagle 102 Patriot. When you do, you could be the lucky winner of $1,000 with the Full Court Photo Frenzy. $500 for you and $500 for your booster club. Keep listening to Eagle 102 and pick up the most recent issue of the Patriot. For more details, a list of the first 10 items and their point values, including bonus points. Take a photo of the items or tasks on the list. Post your entries to the leaderboard by emailing items to contest@kjfmradio.com, along with your name and the item number, and rack up as many points as possible. Stay tuned to Eagle 102 and our KJFM Eagle 102 Facebook page and pick up the most recent issue of the Patriot. For more information and to be the winner of $1,000 with the Full Court Photo Frenzy.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Insurance.
Bowling Green back with the ball. We're having a little internet problems here, so bear with us. Dieters penetrates in. His shot's no good. And a foul on Hanson on the last possession for Van Far. They got caught in the lane and turned it over, so you didn't miss anything at all. And Dieters will go to the line now, and he'll get 2 shots. Fouls are going to be on Riley Hanson, his first.
They need to hit their free throws here down the stretch.
That they do, and Dieters obliges with the first. He'll get a second. Van Far's led by as many as 8 in this second half. Bowling Green has not led in the second half as Dieters drains them both. And it's back to a 3-point Indian lead at 37-34. 6 minutes to play in the game. Johnson in the front court to Hanson. Now to Slatton, who's returned. Right wing now to Middleton. He picks up his dribble to Slatton right at the center court circle. To Johnson. Johnson tries to penetrate in. His runner's blocked by Niebar, but Johnson swats it. It goes right in Middleton's hands, and he scores. He's talked about Van Far not getting any breaks or bounces in the first game. They're getting them now. And Coach Brandon McCann wants to talk about it. 39-34, Van Far on top. 5:36 to play in the game. You're listening to High School Game of the Week on Eagle 102.
It's good to aim high, and sports can help children reach their goals. Join Pike County Mutual Insurance in Bowling Green and Farm Mutual Insurance in supporting local athletes. Be sure to catch all the action this sports season. Pike County Mutual Insurance salutes young local athletes and wishes them well. And they look forward to protecting these young adults with strong insurance coverage during what is sure to be a bright future. Pike County Mutual Insurance in Bowling Green.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Pam Todd Watts Realty, Quiver River Electric Cooperative in all parts.
39-34, Van Far leads it. 5:36 to play in the ball game.
The Bowling Green girls beat Van Far in the first game.
55-40 was that score. Can the Bobcats come back in the final 5:36? They throw it into the backcourt to Dieters.
Or will Van Far get their payback?
There you have it. We shall see. Worley's had the hot hand here in the second half for Bowling Green. He has the ball. Gets the Dieters in the far corner. He'll drive baseline, nowhere to go, and gets double teamed and turns it over. Stolen by Hanson. He'll get it back to Johnson.
In the long run, this is the more important game. This is the conference game.
There you have it. Yeah, that's for sure, yeah. And Bowling Green needs this worse than Van Far because they already have a conference loss, having lost to Montgomery County. Johnson doing a little Meadowlark Lemon dribbling activity out here. Now he picks up his dribble and looks for some help. And Coach Conaway has to call a timeout. And it's, they're going to give him the timeout. 39-34, 4:52 to play in the game. It's the high school game of the week on Eagle 102.
The Mercantile Bank in Louisiana says now's the time to sign up for online banking and bill pay. With online banking, you can bank day or night from your home office or anywhere with internet access. Check account balances, view checks, and much more. Stop in today to learn more at the Mercantile Bank, downtown Louisiana. Your hometown bank. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Pike County Mutual Insurance, Hogue Ford, and Bank of Louisiana.
39-34, Van Far on top.
Did they get the coin?
It rolled right into the Van Far huddle. Is that a sign?
That they're going to be money here down the stretch?
Yeah. They have it out of the timeout. Wilburn is triggered inbounds to Johnson. He'll fake the handoff, spins, goes to the bucket, gets Niemeyer in the air again. And we've got a whistle and a foul.
If it's on George, it's his fourth.
Let's see who they call it on. It is on Niemeyer.
So he's got 4. Callahan's got 4. Starks has 4.
Johnson will go to the line and shoot 2 shots. He is 4 for 5. My math is right. In the first half. -5 for 6. Starks will return. Bowen will take a seat. Lead back to 6. As they're cleaning up a little perspiration that was on the floor from all the bodies on that last play. Johnson with the second. Where's number 0? You don't see that one very often.
We got 2 of them in this game.
Yes, we do. It's up and good. And the lead grows to 7. One shy of the biggest lead. 41-34, down to 4:40 to play in the game. Fleming has it left wing to Starks. Starks looks to Worley. Worley now to Niemeyer outside the ring. Left side to Dieters. He drives baseline. His shot won't go, but we've got a whistle and a foul. And Dieters will go back to the line, and he'll get 2 more shots.
Hanson picks up his second.
So, Bowling Green, as you said earlier, need to make these free throws while the clock's not running. Cut into this 7-point lead. Dieters first rattles in and out. He'll get a second.
He's 3 of his first 7.
Senior wears number 32 on his Black Road jersey. And he short arms the second. So 0 for 2 this trip. No harm for the Van Far Indians. Back they come. Johnson to the far sideline on the dribble against Worley. On a pick and roll with Wilburn, he goes to the hole and he's going to be fouled, and that'll be the 5th on Niemeyer.
Boy, he thought he got it clean. Just not the case. He fouls out with 4:12 remaining in this 4th quarter.
With 2 points. He's had one of those nights where he just never could get it going because of the foul trouble.
And Fan gets ejected.
Yeah, that's always good. You can see most anything nowadays from fans. So off the foul, inbounds pass. Lawrence is open and scores the bucket. Had to pick the picker out at the free throw line, and he broke free and wide open for a layup. Gave a little head fake, got Fleming in the air. And the lead is now 9, the biggest of the game for Van Far. Bowling Green's in trouble. Under 4 minutes to play. They double team Morley. He'll kick it to Starks. His shot's off the mark. Fleming with the rebound. His putback's up and good. Deontay Fleming, good work on the offensive glass. To Johnson. He'll hustle it into front court now. Fakes the handoff, now gives it to Middleton. Middleton traveled.
Yes, he did.
5th turnover of the half.
3:33 to go.
11th of the game as Callahan will return. Fleming will take a seat. Callahan with 4 fouls along with Starks. Niemeyer's already fouled out. Most of the foul problems were in the first half. There's only 5 team fouls on Bowling Green in the second as Worley goes to the hole. His shot off the glass, no good. Middleton with the rebound. He'll lob it out to Johnson, and he'll slow it down. Goes up the right sideline now and eludes Worley. They'll get it to Middleton. Now to Hanson. Looks like they're going to spread it out a little bit, try and run a little clock, try and shoot a layup, take advantage of their quickness. Morant's with it now to Middleton. And he'll get it to Wilburn. Wilburn guarded by McDaniel. Hands it off to Johnson. Down to 2:45 to play in the game. Johnson with Worley goes up in the air and then throws it off of Worley's foot. Got up in the air with nobody to pass it to and had the wherewithal to get it to bounce off Worley's foot to maintain possession. On the inbounds to Middleton. Back to Hanson at the center court stripe. He's guarded by Starks. Now to Johnson. Johnson guarded by Worley, and he'll be fouled.
Going to be the second on Cameron Worley with 2:29 to go in the fourth. Van Far up 43-36, and boy, this game could not be any more different from Saturday.
You said that. A mouthful there. Is just a 6-team foul. Both teams with 6, so we'll shoot free throws the rest of the way. And we've got a whistle and a timeout on the floor. 43-36, Van Far on top. 2:29 to play in the ball game. Listen to the high school game of the week on Eagle 102.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Rawls County Mutual Insurance, Orff Construction, and B&B Automotive.
43-36. Clock is Van Far's friend now. 2:29 left on that clock. They've led by as many as 9. Bowling Green's never led the second half. They led by 5 in the first half. It was 18-18 at halftime. 43-36, they're scoring now. Van Far with the ball and the lead. Wilburn to throw it in, and he'll get it to Johnson, guarded by Worley, and he's going to foul him.
That's the third on Worley.
So with a 9-point lead, do they know something we don't know? Johnson's actually been good from the free throw line tonight. They'll send him back. It'll be a 1-on-1 opportunity. Dribbles it 3 times twice, and off the front of the rim, no good. So Bowling Green with a chance to cut into the lead. Worley tries to penetrate in, loses the handle to Johnson. He'll get it to Middleton. Middleton decides not to take it in. Kicks it back to Lawrence, to Johnson on the right block. He'll go up in a crowd, no good. Wilburn with the rebound. He'll dribble out lane. They'll try and run some more clock. And a foul by McDaniel on Wilburn.
First on Matt.
And Van Far will go back to the free throw line. Colin Wilburn with the 1-on-1. As it's the 8th team foul on Bowling Green. Wilburn makes the first.
Picked a heck of a time to make a free throw for the first time tonight.
That he did. He'll get a second.
He was 0 for 3 before that.
Doesn't dribble it. One of the few that we've seen do that this year. He makes them both. Works for him, right?
Uh-huh.
Lead back to 9. 2 minutes to play in the game. Bowling Green's got to go in a hurry. Callahan in the far corner. Holds it above his head, now penetrates baseline, gives to Starks. His layup's up and good. Good look by Callahan, good finish by Starks. Full court pressure by Bowling Green. Middleton into the front court. He's a good free throw shooter. Don't really want to have to foul him if you can help it. Middleton now gets it to Slayton. He's the one to foul probably. And now they're going to try and grab Hanson, but he got away from him. Hanson still on the dribble. Now Starks will foul him, and that'll be his 5th. And to the charity stripe will go Riley Hansen. And it'll be a 1-on-1 still, I believe. So that's just the 19th foul. Hansen's first trip to the charity stripe. He had a 3 early in this game and hadn't scored since. And the free throw does a 360 in and out. Down to 124. Worley's going to pull up, shoot the 3. Front of the rim, no good. Short. McDonald with the rebound. Now he gives it off to Bowen. His shot's swatted away by Hansen. Goes out of bounds, back to the Cats. Down to 114 and a timeout on the floor. 45-38, 1:14 to play in the game. This is the high school game of the week on Eagle 102.
Brown's Smokehouse Meats in Silex can help with all your meat processing, retail, wholesale, and custom butchering. Vernon and Judy Brown are the owners and operators of Brown's Smokehouse Meats, Highway 61 in Silex. Brown's Smokehouse Meats also invite you to stop by their retail location in Troy at 185 East Cherry Street. For all your smokehouse meats, deer processing, and homemade sausage, be sure to visit Brown's Smokehouse Meats, Silex and Troy.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, Marshall Chevrolet, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Van Far leading by a 45-38 score. 7-point lead here with a minute 14 to go in regulation.
Yeah, Bowling Green's in trouble. They're in trouble here. They've actually scored more points in this game than I thought they would at half. At least Van Far has, as they've played quite a bit better in the second half offensively than they did in the first. And they will have it, will the Cats, out of the timeout. Bowen to triggered inbounds, left side of the paint. Gets to Worley, he'll shoot the fadeaway 3 from the corner. It's an air ball, but Callahan there for the loose ball. Back to Dieters, he'll shoot the 3. It's in and out, no good. Rebound's going to go off of White, they save. And Bowling Green will keep it.
Last touch by Wilburn. So it stays with the Cats, a minute 4.
Right side of the paint for Bowen to throw it in. 1:04 to play in the game to Worley. Worley penetrates in. He'll go up in a crowd. It's no good. And a rebound by Slatton, and he'll be fouled by McDonald.
Hard foul.
Yeah, it was, and we'll walk the other way.
His second.
And Slatton will go to the charity stripe. And this time he'll get 2 shots.
Morgan 1 of 2 from the line tonight. 3 points in the game.
That makes it 46-38, an 8-point lead. So it'll be a 3-possession game no matter what after this. But Bowling Green's down to less than a minute, 59 seconds to be exact. And Slatton makes both free throws, and he'll go to the bench. Lawrence will take his spot for defensive purposes. Little token man by Van Far. Dieter's going to penetrate into the paint. His shot's no good. Middleton with the rebound. They'll work it around to Wilburn, and he'll be fouled by Bowen, I believe. His first, and Wilburn will go to the line, and he'll get 2 shots. If he makes both these, can stop the fouling. As this baby's over. He misses the first. He'll get a second. So still will be a 3-possession game, right? Well, no, if he makes this, it'll make it a 10-point lead. And he does. Slatton will return. Lance will take a seat. So Bowling Green needs to score in a hurry. Preferably the 3-point variety, but Van Far is going to guard the 3-point line, I guarantee you that. Dieter's going to penetrate in, goes into the lane, goes up in a crowd. His shot's no good. The rebound swatted out to Callahan, and he runs over the top of Slatton. That's an offensive foul.
And he is done for the night. That's 5.
Just lowered his shoulder and let it go. Pretty obvious foul there. And Deontay Fleming will return with 35 seconds to play. And Coach McCann saying don't foul. We're down by 10. Play straight up defense. If they get it in the front court, let's just let them finish. Middleton with it to Wilburn.
Good bounce back for Van Far after losing by 30 the other night.
Without a doubt. I'm sure there was some soul searching going on after that game Saturday night. Bowling Green's going to let them dribble it out, and they're going to win and stay in contention for the conference championship. Your score, the Van Far Indians 48 and Bowling Green Bobcats 38. The postgame show's next on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 postgame show is coming up, sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
Abel's Quick Shops introduces the new Shell Fuel Rewards credit cards, now with even more ways to save with 2 great reward programs. Choose the Shell Fuel Rewards card or the Shell Fuel Rewards MasterCard and save 10 cents per gallon up to 20 gallons every fill-up, plus rebates on non-fuel purchases. Sign up at shell.us/get rewards from Abel's Quick Shops. We're just down the road.
Hi, folks. My name is Cody Kirkendall. See Mike's Tire and Service Center in Bowling Green for all your automotive and tire needs. Mike's features 24-hour tire service, and when it's time to replace those tires, Mike's has great deals on several brands, ensuring they have the perfect tire for your vehicle. Mike's Tire and Service Center additionally offers alignments, tune-ups, oil changes, struts, state and DOT inspections. Mike's Tire and Service Center, business 61 North in Bowling Green.
It's the new year and a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. Time now for the Eagle 102 postgame show on KJFM, sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
48-38 Van Far. I don't know if it's avenges or gets revenge or just gets back in the win column with a 10-point win over the Bowling Green Bobcats.
Gets back in the win column because they haven't played since the Bowling Green tournament. They got snowed out on Tuesday night, whereas Bowling Green was able to get in a game against Silex. And, it wasn't a pretty first half, but going into the locker room, it was still tied at 18. But the groundworks for trouble were already laid for Bowling Green as they had foul trouble with Starks and Callahan with 3 and Niemeyer with 2 as they went to the locker room. And as it turned out, all 3 of those guys fouled out of the game.
And combined for just 12 points between the 3 of them.
Right. And as a result of that, Van Far got to the free throw line 22 times in the game versus 9 for Bowling Green. And so the difference in the game was 10. Van Far made 15 free throws. Bowling Green made 4. You can do the math on that.
Exactly. You want to go down final scoring?
Absolutely.
All right. First for Bowling Green as they fall to 12-7 on the season. George Niemeyer with 2 points. Deontay Fleming with 2 points. 4 points, Austin Callahan. 5 points for Gavin Dieters. 6 for Michael Starks. The other 19 go to Cameron Worley. Worley hit buzzer beaters to end the first and second quarter, but didn't get that opportunity to tie it with a deep 3 at the end of the third or regulation. So for Van Far, they had 3 guys in double figures. We'll get to them at the end of our line. Riley Hansen with 3, Aiden Lawrence with 4, 5 points for Morgan Slatton, 10 points for Verdell Johnson, 12 for Sam Middleton, and 14 for Colin Wilburn.
10 turnovers for Van Far, 13 for Bowling Green. So really the turnover numbers weren't gaudy, not bad. That wasn't the difference in the game. It was basically the fouls and the free throws. And Van Far was able to take care of business at the charity stripe, and they get away with the win, raise their record to 16-4 on the season.
And snap that 2-game losing streak that happened last week in the Bowling Green tournament. We'll take a quick break here on the postgame show, wrap things up from Van Far after this on Eagle 102.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life. Community State Bank is committed to meeting or exceeding customer expectations and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Hi, this is John. I'm one of the pharmacists you see at Bowling Green Pharmacy. We're right here with personal and prompt service, giving you the answers about your medications. You are always welcome to come in and just say hi. The right people, the right service, right downtown. Bowling Green Pharmacy on the square in Bowling Green.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Vicki Cadwallader Real Estate and the Twin Pike Family YMCA.
If you missed it earlier, Bowling Green girls defeat Van Far thanks to a 16-0 fourth quarter. 55-40 is the final. Van Far led after 3 by a point, but could not score in the final 8 minutes as Bowling Green rolls to a victory. Here in the varsity men's game, Van Far gave up 3-pointers to end the first and second quarters, but really took advantage of foul troubles for Bowling Green in the third to open up a 4-point lead, and now go to a 10-point victory, 48-38, a low-scoring game between these two high-octane teams as Van Far breaks that 2-game losing streak and wins this one 48-38.
They raise a record to 4-0 in the conference, so they're even with Montgomery County as we speak. Montgomery County will go to Clopton tomorrow night. Clopton will have a say in who wins the conference before this is all over with. As I believe they've got to play Clopton and Van Far both yet still as well. So Bowling Green's 2 games out now with 2 losses to one to Montgomery County and 1 to Van Far, so the hill's pretty steep for them to get back in the conference title race. But they'll prepare now for the district tournament, which will be held in Winfield towards the end of the month.
Again, our final in this men's varsity game, 48-38. Stay tuned to KJFM Radio and KJFM Eagle 102.net for a full schedule of our upcoming broadcasts. And until next time, for Jim Ross, Brennan back at the station, Mark Fronick saying good night from Van Far High School on Eagle 102.
You've been listening to high school basketball on KJFM Radio. Eagle 102 Sports coverage of high school hoops was brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Bank of Louisiana, Calumet of Missouri, Veolia Landscaping Supply, Hankey Construction, Bowling Green Chevrolet, the Bibb Beach Funeral Homes LLC, and Collier Funeral Home, Cellular and Satellite Center.